look and make sure that it's making the words with my mouth and the sound. It looks like you can hear me. So, hello, Ralph will be your nightmare. John C., Stanley S., Sons of Wayne, Ron Shep, Scuba Steve, Alexander Castle, Tom Everard.
No, lost it.
Yeah, oh boy. Mike Trzanowski, Joshua Kane, yo. Mrs. CB, David Carter from the UK. Joshua Howard, like it for Jamie Faxon, longest name on YouTube. Riot Demon, throwback a bottle of beer. Suzusu Riot. Yeah, Protocol Depot back there. And Edson Juice, Michelle Trost, Mike Dunez, Jennifer Pew Pew Pew, Lindsay and Michael Kyle. Hello. Philly G, Mimi, Scott Colhart, Green Hammer. I'm not going to ask about that one. Oh, see a doctor. Mark Sleddy, Gordon. Pops the Tube, Cat Swift. And now we are on live chat. Now. There we go. And Ken N and Larry Hughes, last ones who get shout-a-row, out-a-rows.
The personal shout.
Okay. So, we started, and that means I'm going to make a beverage. It's time. You guys
Now that we've started, I have to pour myself.
You thought I was going to do work? Silly.
That's crazy talk.
So it's a full shop tonight. We have Rue and Stacy and Stan. And we have all survived.
Everybody wave Ozbot's up. Hi. Hi, everybody.
Hello, the
Jennifer Pugh says hello, Stacy and Rue. Hi.
Hello. Stan's here too.
It is. It's dumb. Because, like today, it was 75 outside. It was gorgeous outside. And it just made me angry because of how bad it was the other day. Like, can we split that difference and be normal?
Blank Thor says hi, Rue, and hi, Stacy. Jennifer Pugh says also Stan. Poison Sumac says hey, y'all. Ron says hey, Rue, Stacy, and Stan. Alexander Castleson says a heart. Sato K says hey, everyone.
Don't make it weird, Alex. Don't make
Blank
it
Thor
weird.
says hi, Stan. Alex Castleson says Stan. Some love for Stan. Edson Juice says hi,
Hey,
kid.
you just made it weird. Oh,
Too late.
can you go to Pip?
Trim.
Yeah.
And we're pipped.
Yeah, they're better when they're trimmed.
Are we pipped? Yes, we're pipped.
I don't feel pipped.
We are
Yeah,
pipped.
we are pipped.
John C says hello, Stan, Stacy, and Rue. Jennifer Pugh says what kind of 6? Sokka? Wait.
Huh?
Jennifer Pugh, are you having a stroke? Say potato. If you're
Oh,
having a
she's
stroke.
asking about Stan's socks. Stan's socks. Yes. Yes, that is a sticky key stroke.
Sokka.
There you go.
Oh, whoa. Okay, hold on.
Oh,
Wait,
damn,
wait,
wait. Aryans.
Let me go with this.
Damn Aryan.
Oh, Stan's going to fall
No
over.
die.
It's over.
I got
It's over.
It's a little one-eyed monster. Is it an alien?
I don't know what it is. Dang.
Yeah, generic monster sauce.
Generic monster sauce.
Which in no way infringes upon Disney's copyright for Monsters, Inc.
The Dutch Scully says hello.
Scott Wazowski.
Aqua Cave Creation says hey all. Alexander Castle says I gotta make it weird. Scott Colhart says glad to see everyone made it. We all survived.
We all
Now,
lived.
when I'm here, is my head cut off? No.
Yes, it is.
No.
Well, in the big one.
Well, yes, but this is...
Yeah, for the picture, you're fine.
That's not happening.
You're fine.
There it is.
Chad Smith says just want to pop on real quick and say hi everyone. I'm working midnight now, so I watch on my lunch break. I need something to keep me busy.
Gotcha.
Barbara Stiletti says having eye surgery tomorrow. Glad you're finishing up the rabbit tonight.
Awesome. Yes. And then, yeah, it's cool. You know what? So, it's kind of my staple thing. Whenever someone says something like, I'm having surgery or I'm getting a divorce, I say, that's awesome. Simply because, you know, you wouldn't be doing that unless you thought that was the right course.
Carol
So,
Gordon says, oops, I forgot the shot monkeys. Glad you're back.
eye surgery normally happens to make your eye better,
Ron Shep says, if it ain't weird, it ain't right.
I suppose.
Jordan Easel says hi. John Sheffield says hey all. Jennifer Pugh says nice socks. Sorry, I was having typing issues.
It's all right.
Lewis McLam says hello all. Ike Camacho says hi all. Jordan Easel says I just read my Ipso Cyrus costume.
I was thinking about that costume and character the other day, in all honesty.
Barbara Saletti says, looking forward to seeing y'all better.
Yeah, that's great. Turns out the whole time the camera was in focus. Not the whole time.
Most of it.
Yeah, it's not always in focus.
Alan just is blurry. That's
Yeah. I'm half Bigfoot. The blurry. Right now, like the only thing on hit Ozbot because the only thing on screen right now is my soda that I just made. Okay. You can't tell, but we spent like 3 hours cleaning the shop. You have no idea. We really did.
Barbara Saletti says, sort of in focus.
Where's my grabby bits?
There are some over there.
Okay. Aha.
yeah. It's right here.
Lisa Arendt says, good evening. Alexander Cass says, it looks great.
It doesn't. It doesn't. I appreciate the way you lie, sir.
It looks better than it did when we got here.
Yes, it looks way better. We got it.
Jordan Ezel says, what provoked your memory of my boogeyman?
I was looking at I was working on some goat stuff or something else I'm working on. I was doing some show plotting, and I was looking at some goat stuff, and I'm like, you know what? That's a quality sheet goat right there. I gotta go to my car and grab a Joann's bag with fur.
The fur.
The fur.
Rue is strapping masks. Stan, who I don't know if you can see Stan on camera or not, is
Paint things.
doing paint things.
I'm gonna leave that in just a single hole.
Tom Everard says, Rue, did you get those straps done?
I did. And lots of strappings.
Realm says, how is baby? Baby's right here. We're gonna get to that.
Baby's coming apart tonight.
It's one way or another. Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see.
Jordan Ezel says, who's reading comments? It's Stacy. It's me. Hi. Alex says, we can.
I don't think Shannon will hang out, but she will be by shortly to bring us food.
Alex, we can see Stan. Good. There was a question about the baby. How's the baby?
Oh, you know what?
Are we doing it
I don't
now?
want to poke around the baby in the room. Let's or beat around the bush baby. I don't want to do that either.
Bush the beat around, baby?
Hank says, hey all, is that Stacy I hear? What's up? Glad to see you all still alive on this side of the dirt. Yep, that's me.
So let's go to Pip.
Pip, 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 pip,
And here is the baby. We have it ready to go.
Lindsay and Michael Kyle say, daughter is sending you all hugs.
I'm going to tell you,
Hugs.
this mold is not strapped together. This mold was outside during the freeziest freeze we've had in like 10, 15 years.
Longer than that.
And it's still squishy. This is not going to work. This is not going to be fun. And none of us are going to enjoy this.
Wait,
And,
y'all might enjoy it.
Other than laughing at it.
And this, my guess is this baby is going to stretch across the room as Rue takes one half of the mold and walks one way, and I walk the other.
We'll have to see if we can
So-
separate first.
I'm pretty sure that I can get this separated. It's that squishy. Oh yeah, like it's coming apart.
Jordan Ezel says, I still think of you as Ellen Shannon's daughter, and not adopted daughter. Aw, thanks. I'm really only 7 years younger than you.
You don't act 7 years younger than me. You're very hip for someone who's your age.
I have
Who's
teenagers.
so old.
I'm so old. Y'all don't even
Yeah.
know.
Okay, yeah. So here's what's happening
Oh.
right now with the baby. This is what the baby is doing.
Oh no! That's funny.
Okay, so this could be like a centerpiece. You could put rolls in here, bread or something.
Let's see how far we get.
Yeah. So yeah, just start. Go to Ozbot now, I guess. This is how we're doing it. Oh.
Slowly.
Hope it goes to you and not to me. Oh, you know what? It's actually not as. It hasn't bound as much as I. Like it's stretchy, but it's not cured.
No.
Okay, so this is the back of the head and the ears, and
This stuff is gonna get thick to everything if I go.
you know what? It actually came off that ear easy.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's not like sticking in that way.
This side is kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna.
Barbara Slade says, Alexander Castle says, no. Jeff
gonna-
Abuse says Stretch Armstrong.
I'm gonna heave-ho this old baby into garbage is my vote.
Lindsay Michael Cal says, oh no, Taffy baby. Barbara Delaney says, who gets to cut the cord?
This
Jordan-
was not a. This experiment did not work. This
Jordan-
experiment was a failure.
Jordan Ezel says, you probably didn't add enough release compound. Masato K
This,
says,
this
multiple
isn't supposed
cameras-
to use a release.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with release. This is like when the material isn't cured. That's the problem.
This was an experimental material, and
But sometimes when you experiment, things fail. Masato K says the multiple cameras are turning out so awesome. Poison Sumac says, oh my god, the Incredibles left their baby there.
That's right. And we just ripped his head down.
oh god.
How's it going, Rue?
Oh no! Oh no, Rue got tar baby. You stuck his head in the baby. He's stuck now. Like literally, the visual metaphor is exactly
Let's
there.
say sticky baby.
Okay, you got sticky baby.
Yeah. Well,
Realm says, where did you get the mold?
So one of the creepier days of my life is when I went to a doll maker's house where she had all of these molds that she was giving away. And I got a lot of doll molds, and we got a lot of doll parts, and that was wonderful. But when I say that this place was creepy, it was creepy. Yeah, this is coming out pretty easy.
Jordan Ezel says, so it's a premature birth. Anthony Pantano says, good luck next time, guys.
I don't know that this is gonna.
Be salvageable.
It's fine. You went to Osmond again?
Well, there was more to see. Anthony Pantano says, good luck next time. Ike Camacho says, stretch monster.
This is why we
like
this
silly
is why we try things. This is why we try to learn and figure things out to see what's going to work. This
We
didn't
are
work.
standing in front of the small camera.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, yo.
Angie Rogers says, hey y'all.
Howdy, Angie Rogers.
Laura Kirchville says, creepy dolls are awesome. Yeah, they are.
You would have been freaked out in this place, Laura. You would have been downright scared.
Barbara Saletti says, is this a C-section?
Stacy.
So when we
Oh, thanks, I hate it.
Almost got that in the morning.
Yes, you
it
did.
didn't help that when we went there, there was a guy there who was her son, I thought, and he was sitting in a chair by the door and acted fairly lobotomized, but then every time we went and we got stuff, the chair would be like 90 degrees facing a different way. So like the third trip, he's literally facing the wall. And it's not a swivel chair. It's a wooden chair with 4 legs. So I know that when we leave, he gets up and spins around. I guess he was trying to get out of the way, and he spun in circles.
That's cool.
Realms
Well,
asked,
show the camera. Show
Realm-
the camera.
Realms asked, do you still have all of them?
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, I want most of them, yes.
Where are we at?
You can take to the phone camera too.
I did sell them because
That's just cool.
I sold a lot of them because these pour up with latex easy, and they have a lot of value.
Tom Everard says, was it more creepy than 2 grown men stretching a baby across the shop?
Yes.
Harry Colbaum the third says, good evening, everyone.
Hi.
Horror Beauty says, turn that rabbit into a hairy beast.
Yeah.
Hello, Creepers, Allen and Company. Scott Colehart says, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Scott.
Yeah, this is like major Stretch Armstrong flashbacks.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you get yourself a material like this? Can you get yourself one of these?
Yeah. I have one. I just threw away a second ago.
Barbara Saletti
Are we
says, silly putties.
slap fight?
Oh.
Oh, I was trapped.
Wait. I can't. Hold on, I gotta stretch out. It sticks to me.
Pantano says, it's silly putty now.
I can't. I'm failing.
If I the baby. I think we babied out. Rue should get a revenge shot of some kind, but
No, I'm good.
Realms asks, if you ever get rid of any more, how much would they be?
Realms, you drive down here and I'll give you one.
Baba Dawson says, I'm sorry I'm late. What did I walk into?
Well, this is the baby, and
Jordan Ezo asks, is this a doll mold?
yes, this is a doll face.
Ken N says, nothing a good paint job can't fix.
That's not true this time. Yeah, we'll fix it in post. That's what'll happen.
Angie Rogers says, I got the first werewolf Altar. Whoop whoop, thanks guys.
You did indeed, yes.
I'm glad you're enjoying him. I
And
was
we saw your pictures.
so pleased to see him in his new home.
His natural environment.
She's on me. That's like a friendly pat on the back.
There you go.
That one had some girth.
Oh, take it up and try to wrap it around your head.
$5.
Oh, it's so sticky. So gross.
Barbara Saletti says, it's alive! Ike Camacho says, snot wars.
So this material is interesting.
Not.
Horror Beauty says, oh, is that the baby that's been thrown in a cold corner, unattended and neglected?
Yes. Now, okay, so if we powdered this, it's too stretched out, right? Because the part of me says,
No, it's still making
like it's actually coming out of the mold clean
Yeah, that's funny.
with tug and ripperonis.
With
Horror Beauty says,
lots.
oh, this is entertainment. Jordan Ezel says, rubber rat tails. Riot Demon says, we're watching grown men, ladies and gentlemen. Ray Mitchell says, I'm not sure if this is a failed experiment. Seems to be working just fine. Barbara
Well,
Saletti says, I can see what kind of night this is going to be.
It's 20 minutes of fun. That's, I mean, but it's not a good baby.
Tina Connect says, I'm
Not
laughing
gonna
too
come out looking
hard.
like a baby.
Love you guys. Horror Beauty says, it's the slap hand on a wall that sticks to the wall.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's very much slap-handish.
Rebecca Owen says, this is the scene in a horror movie where the gloop comes alive and slaughters everyone. Anthony Pantano says, this is how babies are born.
Yeah.
Looks very similar.
Woo! Realm says, okay, maybe one day I can get down there. Tom Everett says, you must not use the baby as a weapon. Baba Dawson says, the baby is so sticky. Horror Beauty says, thank you, this is the best.
I mean, like, this material is really neat because it doesn't, like, stay on you. It doesn't, like, stick to
Yeah,
you.
you can like.
It comes off,
Kind of does.
but it's very stretchy and it's sticky.
Thank you for sharing our Patreon
Not
links
coming
back
over.
whole heart. If you want more of this quality content,
This is not quality content. This is
support us on Patreon.
the opposite of what we ought to be doing this evening.
You can do the whole re-stick and make it actually peel
That's funny.
thing.
Oh, it's coming out fine.
Ron Shep says, I think you can fix it with a little duct tape. Baba Dawson says, AKA how to get rid of the evidence.
No, and see that, like, nice film that I've got? Like, that's a super cool. This would be great innards. Here, got you this.
Got you this present. It's
Boy.
like, look at that stretch. That stretch is awesome.
Poison Sumac says, the one baby the dingo could never eat.
Are these both the back of the head? Because I can't find his eyes. I can't find his eyes.
Should be.
Oh my god, that would have been inadvertently the creepiest baby ever.
I can't find.
Horror Beauty says,
Poor baby
Barbara
eyes.
Stiletti says, trying to figure out who the baby resembles. Jordan Ezel says, a slap in the face will wake anyone. And Alex Castle says, wait, this is the bad place.
Yeah, this is neat. I think this mold is salvageable.
Yeah.
Salvageable.
Andrew Rogers says, he's your friend, but not your smart friend. Baba Dawes says, what artists do all day? June Ritchie says, does it pick up color like Silly Putty? Oh, now we have to find out. What's the thing that's got print on it?
Do it now.
That won't work
Oh,
on that.
it's
It's
too
glossy.
You got the newspaper?
That's a newspaper.
Now we gotta
I have
know.
instructions.
Hey, that might work. Alex Castle says, yes, I would love to see some innards made from this mess. Ken Zarish says, good evening, Alan, Stacey, and Rue. How are y'all tonight? We're doing weird.
No.
We're doing real weird.
We won't know if it does.
Oh, because it sticks to it
Yeah,
real good.
it doesn't. It stretches out too much.
Horror Beauty says it would make great intestines. Riot Demon says that film looks like the scene from Fire in the Sky. Harry Fullbomb says troll bogies. Horror Beauty says organ skin, great texture.
Real.
Anthony Pantano says it reminds me of the Super Mario movie with that stretchy stuff in the underground scene. It's the Mushroom King. Let's see. Masato says, did somebody sneeze in the
Like,
mold?
look at this.
So
That's awesome.
yeah,
That's a long pull, y'all.
yeah, that's very stretchy. But it's coming out of the mold.
Oh no! The one time I said that,
It's coming out of the mold just fine.
Joanne Crowley says hi there.
Okay.
Ken Zuri says it's the boogie baby.
Yeah, this is good boogies. This is
Did you find the eyes yet?
no, I have not found
This
it.
guy does not have eyes.
Okay.
Angie Rogers says Shannon's gonna laugh when she sees this.
I should have eyes.
Scarecrow77 says, hey you guys, I'm back. Well, I was getting worried. Are you guys back? I was getting worried. What doing?
What doing? Well, we're pulling a gooey baby out of the mold, trying to save the mold. Simply because I think the mold is still good, which I'm shocked. Okay, I'm shocked that this is coming out of the mold as cleanly as it is.
Yeah. Sames.
Yeah, but
Ike Camacho says Laffy Taffy. Alex Castle says this is what they use for Troll's Knot in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Ken Zarish says, hey, hello Stan, didn't know you were there. You were silent.
Hey,
this is
go.
exactly how babies are born. They're always made this way.
It does do that whole silly putty. Pull it quickly and it totally releases for something, but if you pull it slowly, it's just going to stretch for a mile.
Jordan Ezel says, let's boogie, baby.
Okay, I found an eye.
Oh, well, there you go.
Thank goodness.
What was that?
You pop a
I
bubble.
did it. Do it again. That was a good noise.
Popped a bubble.
How'd you make a bubble with it?
Press it in on itself.
Anthony Pantano says, I knew it, Alan. My health teacher was wrong.
Yeah, Masato K is going to draw you a diagram of exactly how babies are born and what part of the process this is.
Hold on.
Yeah, this baby is pretty far along.
Oh, that's so cool.
But this baby's forehead is a problem.
Really, most babies' foreheads are a problem.
But some not until they're like 20. Now it's
Masato
up to
is
you.
laughing.
I may have glued my fingers together.
Horror Beauty says it reminds me of the ending of The Fly.
Okay, so this is actually beautiful. Like, look in there and look at all the ribbons that we've got. It's almost like a mushroom.
Yeah, it very much looks like the Mushroom King at the end of
Like
the Super Mario Brothers movie.
So
the coolest.
the Super Mario Brothers movie made me uncomfortable
Did it?
as a kid
Oh yeah?
because I was not happy with. I thought it was going to look like the Super Mario game,
No,
and then it's people,
No, it did not, yeah.
and the Koopa Troopas did not look scary to me. I was very disappointed.
Tom Everett says, is this project a do-it-yourself possible doll?
Oh god.
Alex Castle says, like muscle tissue. Scarecrow77 says, push, push, push.
It's pull, pull, pull.
Jordan Ezel says, fungus. Yes, the
The
fungus.
fungus is among us.
I mean, the mold is usable.
Yeah.
We can. This is on my fingers really good.
Oh no. Oh no.
It definitely does the whole like.
Once it starts letting go, it's like quicksand.
Anthony Pantano says, yeah, I was disappointed in the movie too. Yoshi looks cool though.
Here, Rue.
Oh gosh.
This is what you're gonna do for a little while.
Oh no. Jonathan
Here,
Eve.
take this.
Jonathan Eve says, what happened? What are you pulling out of the mold? I just tuned in. Sorry.
So, all right. So I attempted to pour up a mask with carpet adhesive. Carpet adhesive being the main, what I was pouring up the mask with, because it's a latex-based carpet adhesive. There's latex in it and a lot of other fun chemicals. It does not work as is. My next phase is I'm going to mix that 50-50 with elastomeric roof compound
Let's see how she do.
and see what happens.
Alex
Rue, bring
Castle
that
says
over
it does
to-
look like a fun guy.
It's just so cool.
Rue is enamored with Baby Putty.
Yeah.
Shouldn't say that. Let's not call it Baby Putty.
It's just so crazy
It's so
stretchy and
sticky.
sticky.
But it's not that sticky. You know what I mean? Because it comes off.
It is when it is, and then it acts like silly putty.
When it comes
and
off,
you can do the whole like.
if there is
and
there's
pull
a
it off.
non-Newtonian fluid equivalent of a stickiness, this is it.
Yeah. This is the oodlek of sticky.
Yeah.
Problem is when you pull it off that way, it could stick to the other hand.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I
Walking
have a
away.
little bit on my finger, and it's helped me pick up all the. I got to sweep off that table now, and I'm going to start on bunny fur.
Riot Demon says, why are you testing these different adhesives?
With your
Pop, durability?
Because testing stuff is cool.
Yeah, because I just want to learn stuff. Let's see what works. Is there something that I can recommend to people to pour up masks in or pour up props in that is way less expensive than latex?
Lindsay Michael Kyle says, Roost Chunk looks stickier. Larry Hughes says, a little baby oil in the mix. Ken Zurich says, Stretch Armstrong.
It is very Stretch Armstrong.
Like
Because it's the right color and everything. I had to remember why I got walked right to the table. Stacy is tugging on the baby.
Scarecrow 77 says, you didn't believe Dennis Hopper as Bowser?
Yeah. Boy, I forgot that was him.
Yeah. June Richards says, R&D.
Yeah, Dennis Hopper. So what's the name of the guy who played Hannibal?
He wasn't
Anthony.
Bowser, was he? He was Koopa.
Dennis Hopper is a
he's
poor
about-
man's Anthony Hopkins.
Been a minute since I watched that movie. Yeah, fair.
He's the guy who isn't Anthony Hopkins. You got Dennis Hopper.
That a choice in the 90s. Jordan Easel says, can you do a piece that conveys submechaphony? Whoop!
Only if you put it.
Submechaphobia?
Only if you put it underwater.
Mechanophobia. Submechaphobia.
Yeah, because that is such a weird, specific phobia.
Anthony Fantano says, what you doing, Stan?
Computer stuff.
Okay.
Global stuff.
Doing that computer
Yeah,
stuff.
stay on Onspot and talk to these fine people. I'm gonna look for a bunny mask pattern. I don't know if I have it or not.
I don't know what you do. Chocolate City says, spam hair is one of the best. Good work. Jordan Easel says, like Murray Bridge Bunyan? We'll ask that again when he gets back.
Like Murray Bridge Bunyip.
Thank
Wow.
you so much, guys. While we have the cam for a moment, thanks for all of the inquiries out
yes.
to our help and offers of help and gracious just thinking of us during the insanity that has been the last week. Don't pop that at me. Yeah, ew. It really has been so lovely to hear from so many people, just making sure that we were all okay. And, ooh. Thank you, Scott Coolhart, for sharing our Sylvie Studio merch for Teespring, which is now just spring.
Oh, spring.
And
Excuse me.
Lindsay and Michael Kels with the random thwack of that stuff. Yeah, it's gross. I don't like
You
it.
can hear it. Listen.
I don't like it. Laura Kirchwell says yes. Oh, yes. Oh, that's so gross. But yeah, we're all doing okay. The shop's got water, and all is well.
So
I made sure the bathrooms were functional before they got here.
Thanks. Because I don't want to have to pee outside.
Yeah.
It would be a bummer. I could, but it's not as easy as it is for the boys.
Way gross.
Yeah.
Jordan Easel says, like the Murray Bridge Bunyan?
That's the one.
The one and the same. Jonathan Ace's question, would painting latex masks mainly with alcohol inks be a bad idea? I like the translucent aspect of it.
how did your feral cat house help during this weather?
Hey.
Oh God, Stan.
Do I have something on my face?
Oh no. Oh no, you're gonna get that in the beard.
Not
Oh,
ready
Lord.
for that.
Lindsay Michael Kyle says, watch your hair, Stacy.
The feral cats, thank you for asking. They all came back. They were all hanging out. I got some pictures of them today. They disappeared for a couple of days because it was all cold, but now they're back and loving it.
Did you catch that question? Would painting a latex mask mainly with alcohol inks be a bad idea? I like the translucent aspect of it.
Yes, because alcohol inks don't flex. They don't have any stretch. So you have to base it in something else and then you have to rely on the bond of the alcohol inks to hold on while that mask flexes. While it flexes, and you'll see spaces open up between the inks, and hopefully, if your base paint is locked on, then it'll hold it. But you don't want to use just ink.
Realm says, how would you make fake trees that's light and cheap?
Pool noodles. That's the way to go. Now, cheap for a tree, $150. That's a good cheap tree. I would not try and go any cheaper than that, really.
Jordan Ezel says, a display with a submerged monster. I'd love to see you take on something like that. I'm deeply afraid of cypress trees.
That's pretty specific, and it's real tough to do something like that. Now, we have several areas at dark hour that we call the swamp, and you're kind of on bridges and you're near it, and it looks like there's dark water on both sides of you, but it's only like 3 or 4 inches deep. It's just dark enough where you don't see it.
Custom Corpse says, okay, thank God you guys are okay down there. I've been so busy with work up here in Jersey, I haven't been on in a few weeks.
We are okay. We're doing all right. It was a rough week and a half. I ain't gonna lie, but we are doing okay.
Chanco City says, how does latex stay thick? What can you put in it to help it stay thick? I tried putting yeast, but it did not work.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't use anything that's like really organic. So when you say, how does latex stay thick? It won't stay. It's going to eventually cure. It's going to dry if it's. You can use a product called Cabicil. Cabicil, you can mix in Cabicil. That is like a powdered glass. And always wear a mask when you use it because it's powdered glass and it's thin enough for you to breathe in. Yeah, Cabicil is your best bet in that scenario.
Cat Swift says, Stan, your time was perfect for getting that house made. Good on you.
Thank you.
Custom Corpse says, I have a lot of catching up to do on your videos, guys.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Realm says, what if I need 35 of them trees?
Then you're going to spend money. I mean, you're talking about something really big. But what I would probably do is I would probably give the impression, oh, you know what? Spandex. I don't know if you have something above. Is it indoors or outdoors? If it's indoors, you make a spandex tube and you cut a slit in it and you take that piece that you cut out and you tie it over. You put a 5-gallon bucket at the bottom. It's a tube of spandex and you cut a sliver off and you take over. You tie the fishing line up over there. You tie another piece over there and you keep splitting it and getting it to, then tying it off. So if you're indoors, you can make fake trees out of spandex.
Jordan Ezel says, my dad just got a corona vaccine. Awesome. He'll need a second shot in 2 weeks. Yep, that's how it do.
Awesome. Delicious.
Jonathan East says, in South Texas here, a half an hour or so from Houston. The last week and a half was a bit of a nuisance.
Yeah. That's one way to put it. So I'm going to get a thin material to do a pattern for this. And then once I have that pattern for half of it, I'm only going to pattern half of it. I'll double that for the other side because it's pretty symmetrical.
Tom Everett says, so are these babies going to be for sale?
I didn't make the mold for the baby. It's a doll mold. In all honesty, if you look on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, there's going to be a lot of doll molds for sale, cheap or free. Because people get out of ceramics. And apparently, it's like when someone starts crocheting, they collect yarn. And then eventually they have to give away a crap ton of yarn. Apparently, ceramic doll molds are the same way, from what I guess. I'm going to use the bag the fur came in to make my pattern. Because it doesn't stretch. It doesn't really stretch. And it's thin, and I can manipulate it around all the ears and stuff. And I think that'll work just fine. Grab myself a tiny pair of scissors.
They're whack.
Tiny pair of scissors.
So small.
The joke there is that it's not a tiny pair of scissors.
See what he did there?
Yeah, no, I see what you did there.
It's like when there's a big guy and you made him tiny.
I have at least one giant friend named Tiny.
Or you named the floor net.
Right. Not with that.
Alan told me earlier that he named the flooring.
I kept throwing things in the garbage, and I would miss, and I would say nothing but net. And why that was funny is because there was no net.
Alex Castle says, no, they are small. Realm says, okay, I was thinking of making them out of cardboard tubes and butcher paper and water. Protect it.
Well, are they going to be outside? Because then you're putting something outside made of cardboard. So you're going to spend a good amount to waterproof it if you decide to waterproof the thing that was made out of cardboard. I try to avoid making it not waterproof to begin with. You can probably make your tube out of like pork meat. That would probably be good. I'm going to do a front and a back on this.
Dead impressed that you're getting so much out of that.
I'm going to do a front and a back.
Now, I wonder if the glue sealed all of the pores
No,
in the mold still.
it wouldn't have come out like that if it did.
That's true.
You definitely
But-
stained the plaster.
A little, yeah.
I mean, you could pour some latex
You
up
got
in
it
there and
all
see what
out.
it do.
Pretty much.
I'm writing center on this.
Realm says, yes, I was going to, and then I was thinking of PVC and great stuff.
Yeah, you're going to spend a lot more than $150 on great stuff.
Jordan Ezel says, have any of your attractions been featured on TV?
Local TV, nothing national.
Well,
Scarecrow 77 says, is there a video showing how you made that bunny?
Last night. Yes. Was it last night?
Yes.
Last night. Yes. Okay. So
And I
this is-
believe the sculpting of this was also live. Khajiit?
yeah. Yep. There's a mask called Khajiit. There's a playlist on my regular Stilt Beast channel called Khajiit. So
Custom
There.
Corpses says, my cousin lives near Houston, and she told me the infrastructure is in bad shape because of this weather. My prayers to all of you down there.
yeah, it was a little rough.
it's getting better.
Yep.
Things are cleaning up.
And now the repair process begins.
Oh yeah, the Hilton Hotel
In
burned to the ground in
Austin-
Colleen.
Oh, Colleen.
In Colleen, yeah.
Ours, all the water pipes broke.
Yep. It burned to the ground because there was no water pressure for the fire trucks to be able to do anything.
Yeah,
with
I
it,
mean,
so.
again, it was the water was freezing in the ground because our pipes weren't buried deep enough because our frost line, was only 18 inches below. But
Jordan
The
Ezel says,
problem
my
is-
little sister just made some chocolate chip cookies. Yum. What you need to do is grab a piece of that plastic he's not using there, put the ball in that, and then use it to take the sticky off.
I guess it's like I get it, and then it's
Yeah.
on the other hand.
It's good that you're pretty. Jordan
That's like
Ezel
when you
says,
eat
my
peanut
sister
butter.
just made some chocolate chip cookies. Yum.
when you take a spoonful of peanut butter, and then you
Let the
take
medicine
a bite of the peanut butter,
down.
and then it gets stuck to the roof of your mouth.
Oh,
The
no,
only way to
that's-
get it off is you scrape it with a spoon. Then how do you get it off the spoon? You eat it, and then it gets stuck to the roof of your mouth, and then you just have a diminishing amount of peanut butter.
Well, just take a smaller bite of peanut butter.
Well, things aren't making sense.
Jennifer Pugh says, do you think all the tarantulas are dead? I hope.
Today a mosquito bit me because Texas is stupid. That's why a mosquito bit me today.
Where was he hiding? Like,
I have no idea. He was like fine. He's like, hey, this is great. It's 70 degrees outside.
Custom Corpse says, how did you make out in preparation? Oh crap, just thought about all that latex and paint. Alan, hope that's okay for you.
Well, we threw away just over $500, I think, somewhere between $500 and $1,000 worth of caulking that died. The caulking did not make it,
Caulk and silicone.
but other than that, the latex paint was over at my house, so it lived.
Realm says, do you recommend the Nightmare Maker's skull mold?
Sure, if you want to make skulls.
Really good people too.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Scott Colhart, for linking Cabazil for us.
They are friends of ours. They live here. In case you didn't know that.
They local.
Yeah, they're really nearby, so they're like 2 hours away because of Texas.
Sure.
Texas. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 hours is still local.
It's totally local. Heck, my house is 3 hours from here.
But oddly, you are not in the Metroplex.
That's true.
You're just outside. Just a bit outside. Bob Uecker, Wild Thing reference?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're there. We're
Hello,
picking up what you put
buddy.
down.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to resort to the terrible cleaning method for this.
No, I don't. I'm fine.
I let it get real gooey.
You can see another half of the bag somewhere because I used half for this.
Should not be just pick it up and
I'm using it.
I thought you had everything you needed already.
I did the bag.
You told me to.
Now I have to do the
That
front.
was me. My bad. Joe Reese says, has it warmed up enough for you to ship your paints to Arkansas without it freezing? And can you buy single bottles? I need 3 different colors.
We should have them up here by the end of this week. I'd say we should have the bottles. We should have the paint on the website. And yes, we should be able to ship now. No problem. We're gonna watch the weather a little bit, but yes.
Custom Corpse says, how long of a drive is it to Houston from you, Alan?
3.5 hours.
No.
You're
Houston?
crazy.
It's 5 hours from us, and you're an hour east. So, 4 or 5 hours
It's 5 hours. It's
What?
probably a good 5
No.
hours.
to
Yeah.
Houston.
To Houston from here.
Laura Kirchwell, are you still on? She would make it in like 3.5 hours.
Well, she may be like driving like an insane person.
She probably does.
Yeah. Justin Hill says, you ever watch a person like Jordan Shell sculpt and realize you still have a lot of practice? Because I did.
All the time. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Sure. But that's.
Who was it that we watched the other day? And we were like, and these are base forms. And Ellen and I are looking at each other.
North
and looking
Carrera.
that
Wouldn't
mess
it-
is done.
Wouldn't it suck if there wasn't anywhere to go? Wouldn't it be terrible if you couldn't get any better? And no matter what you did, it wouldn't be better than the thing you did before? I think it's wonderful that I still have places to go. And I've been doing this for years. Thank goodness I'm such a slow learner. Because, it's awesome that I still have places to go.
It's the
And
reason professional sports players quit while they're at the top of their game.
Anthony Pantano says, are bunnies' teeth that curved?
This bunny's is. I mean, this is as much as a bunny's face will fit into a human face. And this was sculpted to be a cat originally, so
The white Turn around.
turn around,
Right.
And you never come around.
turn around.
You got butcher paper already.
Well, you gotta transfer.
No, get me a new white garbage bag.
I don't think there are any white garbage bags on them. I think they're in the back. I'll bet you one of them.
There's actually a box right in front of you, Alan, on the ground level of that.
Got it.
You got me a new one?
Yeah.
Great. Not cool.
Justin Hill says, I would definitely like to learn to sculpt human heads and masks out of strictly clay without a bust.
Oh, ow. Why?
Nope.
Laura Kirchwell says, I got off for a second, but I heard you called me out.
Yeah. How long does it take you to drive from Houston to Plano? How long was that drive?
Well,
This will work.
you could have gotten probably the cherry bomb.
No.
Pops on the tube says, curved teeth assists the lisp. Woof. Assists the lisp is like, that's a quality tongue twister there.
This is the list.
Custom Corpse says, I'm coming down soon, but I also have to visit my cousin while I'm down there, but I need to wait for spring.
What are you talking about? Spring here. We had our winter. It was a week long.
I had enough winter, that's for sure.
Yep.
Because I did half of it, and I'm just flipping it.
Rob O'Brien says, hello, creepers et al.
Hi, everybody.
Why hello?
I have a mark where I have to sew it here.
Custom Corpse says, shh, don't jinx yourself.
What did I say, Nancy?
That winter was over.
Yeah, that was rude. I don't say stuff like that.
Do you need me to set the sewing machine up
Eventually.
tonight?
Yes.
Justin Hill says, are you concerned about Transworld happening in May, giving you less time to fill orders?
No. I'm not. Because there's going to be less people here, so I'm going to get less orders no matter what. I think Transworld will be not quite as busy as it should be, not because of the pandemic, but more because it's Mother's Day weekend.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's good. That's going to be a big factor.
Is the first weekend of May Mother's Day?
Alexa, when is the first weekend of May? Wait, that was a dumb question.
Here's something I found on the web.
Alexa,
According to Speedway,
stop. Alexa, what is the date of Mother's Day this year?
Mother's Day will be on Sunday, May 9th,
Oh,
2021.
sure enough, it is. Sorry, Mom, I'm going to Transworld.
So, yes. And
I'm
then,
not quite sure how to help you with that.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, how long does it take to drive from here to Houston? Alexa, how long does it take to drive from here to Houston?
A drive to Houston would take about 3 hours and 45 minutes.
3 hours and 45 minutes. Thank you very much.
That's not bad.
I don't know, man. I'm skeptical.
Sorry, I don't know.
My skeptical face.
I don't know that one.
That's a robot. And trust me, she'll burn me any chance she gets. So yeah, I know she's telling the truth.
Custom Corpse has asked, where is Transworld?
St. Louis. It is in St. Louis, Missouri.
Horror Beauty says, what happens when you tell
Oh,
AliXA to stop, collaborate, and listen?
I don't know.
Custom Corpse says she got lost.
She did. She just stopped.
Lottie FX Makeup says, hey, everybody. Ike Camacho says, Cannonball Run.
Since I just remembered,
Yeah.
before I forget again,
Yeah.
I have your wool trench coat.
Hey, all right, thank you.
in
I spared a thought for that.
the-
Hopefully it kept you warm.
I totally had forgotten about it completely until I opened up a suit bag today and went,
Oh,
oh,
hey.
I'm not supposed to have that.
Lindsay and Michael Kyle asked, what is Shannon making yummy for everyone to eat tonight?
I don't know.
Mystery.
we get surprised by that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Justin Hill says, gonna go finish my Wolfman. Have a good night, everyone.
See you, bud.
Rob O'Brien
Laura.
says 14 hours and 42 minutes. Laura says Dark Road roughly 4 hours from my house, with the traffic and cops act right. I make it in 3.5 hours.
Hold on. If they act right or if you act poorly. I think that's what you're meaning to say.
I can't believe that baby cleaned up.
Yeah, it's a usable mold.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shizzle.
So now you find that latex adhesive and the elastomeric roof coating, mix them together 50-50.
Did they stay in the shop?
Yes, they stay in the shop. They could be frozen. Who knows? I would do 3 solo cups of each.
Okay. 3 solo cups of each?
Yep.
That's way more than enough.
How many solo cups of water does it take to fill that up?
That will fill it.
Tom Everard says, I might have missed it, but what were we supposed to do with a spoonful of peanut butter?
Eat it.
Don't stretch it out like it's stretchy.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, so lots of people, and occasionally I'll use like a thin fabric, like a muslin or whatever, but I have actually started doing it on the thin plastic bags, and I kind of like it better.
Rob O'Brien asked, did we poke the baby? Oh, we did so much more than
Yeah,
poke the baby.
You missed 30 minutes of baby action.
I was gonna say, Rob, this one's worth rolling it back and watching it later.
We got crazy with the baby.
Got a little baby weird in here.
You got real baby weird in here. Laura Kirchball says it's about 240 miles. Chanco City says, are they rabid? Are the rabid? Alan's, it looks really cool.
I enjoy eating pickles. I don't know what to say to that. I don't know.
Is it a rabbit?
It's a rabbit.
It's really
It's a
cool.
bunny. Bunny.
Or are you talking? Well, Rabbids, Raving Rabbids is a video game that's kind of about crazy, weird dream.
Andrew Zach says, Alan, could you do a video on how to make cheap fake eyes in jars?
I guess. Would you want them realistic or cartoony?
Custom Corp says, you'll have to watch my latest video on my Myers mask on YouTube. I'm really close, Alan. I can't wait to get it molded.
Awesome.
Tank says, a spoonful of peanut butter. Put it on a slice of bread. Wash it down with a glass of Nesquik chocolate milk.
Yes. Delicious. As long as it's creamy peanut butter and not that crunchy stuff that's not finished.
Rob O'Brien says, oh no, okay, I'll watch the baby action later. Lindsay and Michael Kyle says, Rude, did you get all that sticky stuff off?
I did.
That's what you call baby residue.
Oh no.
Don't ask me how, but I got it off.
Baba Daza says, sorry, what are you doing now, Alan? I had to take the trash out. My neighbor started talking.
I am making a pattern for the bunny mask for this Lepus Maximus. So I just set this up so that I can use this as a patterning material.
Jennifer Pugh says, crunchy peanut butter is crap.
We had that argument yesterday. I'm on your side, Jennifer. I'm with you. You're my people.
Rob O'Brien says, baby goo.
Yes.
The goo, the baby.
There's a term that I'm desperately trying to not say in respects to the baby.
We're very grateful. Realm says, we were going to sell mounting boards at yard sale a few years ago, and we didn't, and I'm glad because I just got them out of storage for a werewolf head on the wall.
Hooray, that's awesome.
Rob O'Brien says, don't smell the baby hole. Yeah, it stinks real bad.
Yeah, don't sniff the baby hole.
Just a good life tip there for you.
That's just general advice.
It's good advice.
Baba Dawes says, okay, is that cloth in the construction paper? No.
No, so all right, so this is construction or butcher paper or whatever. That's what this is, and then this is a plastic bag that I'm going to do my pattern on and with. And since I have a straight edge here, pretty much on down one side, I'm going to set my center.
Right, Demon says, apparently crunchy peanut butter is for West Coasters.
I love crunchy peanut butter.
See, I'm a creamy peanut butter guy.
I'm ambivalent.
Creamy all the way.
How could you not
Crunchy
take a
is
side?
extra crunchy.
Crunchy is
I'm
so
a peanut butter mother.
Extra
You're a pretty polarized person.
I know. And yet, on peanut butter, I'm all love. I like peanut butter, period, the end. What did I say?
Like you like language.
Yes, I
period.
like
The end.
language, period.
It doesn't matter if it's proper or not.
That's right.
I don't want a crunch in my sandwiches. Crunch
Lindsay
is
and Michael
not a
Kyle says,
flavor.
I hate that squeaky sound when you chew on crunchy peanut butter. Just the thought is making my teeth ache.
Oh,
Bob
the
says,
squeaky
"Hey, cool
peanuts."
things." Jonathan Niche says, but crunchy peanut butter offers a texture difference to a sandwich.
Gross.
I don't
It's
want
a terrible texture difference.
I don't want it terrible. I don't want
I
it
like smooth.
Smooth is my favorite texture.
Angie Rogers is stand no beanie tonight, dude.
It's like those people that put potato chips on sandwiches too. It's another thing that I'm like, no, you can't. Don't do that. Why you do? Quit it.
Chaco City says, will you do a tutorial on a baby giving birth to a cat mask?
We just did.
Ron Jeff says-
Rewind the tape.
Didn't we discuss this last night? Creamy only.
Look at my Khajiit video. There's a whole Khajiit playlist once again.
Andrew Zach said, so glad you're not affected by the snow and power outages down there.
we were affected. It's over now. Like, it's over. Today was 75 and beautiful. Power was out here for days at a time. Pipes were frozen. My pool was frozen over. I could have walked across it. Yes, we were affected by it, but now it's over.
Jonathan E says chips on sandwiches are bomb.
No.
And I am working on getting everything repaired that needs to get repaired. That's happening.
Ryan Demon says potato chip on sandwich is delicious. Rob O'Brien says chocolate covered potato chips are glorious. I do like chocolate.
I like chocolate covered potato chips.
but I'm generally against it on a sandwich.
Don't put it on a sandwich. No, it's weird.
However, I will say, if you make me a sandwich and it happens to have potato chips on it, I'm still gonna eat it.
Well, yeah, but you can ask anyone. I don't turn down food.
Right?
Like
Mimi says, dude, my favorite breakfast is a waffle with Frenchy peanut butter.
ketchup, salad. That's all I gotta say.
He ate it.
And it wasn't terrible.
It was fun, more or less.
Just practice sewing.
I'm pulling the thread through for you. Andrew Zach says, so sorry to hear you was. Hope it didn't do any lasting damage for you.
A couple broken pipes. Take these broken pipes. Yeah, it didn't do. We were okay here. It could have been far worse. Let's put it that way.
Custom Corpse says, oh man, that bunny mask is really cool. Very clever structure. Is that a foam helmet with a half latex mask? So
Yes,
cool.
if you watch last night's video, you can see me make the whole thing.
Thank you, Scott Colhart, for linking the Khajiit start to finish playlist. It's still in your power, just in case you need it. Riot Demon says, Rue should have no say about potato chips on sandwiches after eating the ketchup salad.
Wasn't terrible. I mean, it's not something I would order, but
So you guys see how what I did was I pinned this in place, and then I came down here and I could feel the features of the rabbit through the bag, and I just kind of traced those. I want it to come up underneath. This side's not covered. I want it to come underneath this cheekbone a little bit, and the hair will be here and then come down here. So now I can take it off of the helmet.
Al Matra Art says, hello, everyone.
Al Matra Art.
Ba. Custom Corpse says, I will for sure later tonight. Andrew Zach says, do you have a video on making cheap fake eyes? I asked before, but I'm sorry I couldn't hear if you answered me.
I asked if you wanted them realistic or cartoony, is what I wanted, because you asked about eyes in a jar, and I would make eyes in a jar completely different than I would make just an eye laying on the table.
Ron Shep says, wait, ketchup salad? What?
We went to a Italian restaurant, and we had an insane waiter who, in front of me, snorted a line of black pepper off the counter. It was a dining experience that I will never forget.
Rue asked for a vinaigrette and got ketchup on his salad.
Yes,
Oh,
they actually gave him ketchup on his salad.
Chanco City says, I really think that bunny looks very good.
Hey, thanks.
I mean, I guess ketchup isn't far off from the vinaigrette in that it has vinegar and
Juiciest
tomato
Okay.
and
I honestly think they
Sugar.
tried to make a house dressing
yeah.
Failed,
with tomato paste,
and then brought it to you in pat.
vinegar,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
balsamic, I think, and ended up with ketchup.
And Zach says, realistic human eye for in jars in
spinach
water.
and
Okay.
artichoke pizza. Use that spatula. It is super loaded.
Thank
So
you.
it is the mushroom.
Yum.
Hey Shannon,
That kid said food good.
Come on, come on.
there you go.
Shannon.
Thank you, Shannon.
Shannon.
Baba Dawes says he did an eye bezel paint video early January, I think.
Been sitting there for half an hour. Are you
I
sure?
think I did.
Are you new?
But I'll do more. I don't mind doing another eye video.
Mimi says, wow, reminds me of the time at band camp our trumpet player snorted sugar off the Bible.
Wow. That was thing.
This this waiter just so out there.
Where are we all at?
It was in
Seguin?
Seguin, Texas.
Seguin. I say that every time.
You ain't from here, are you, boy?
I know. You don't know about our area.
Ooh, Texas pronunciations
That's
again.
right. We're real particular about things.
'Cause I live in Nevada.
Ron Shep says, I don't know where you ate, but that was not an Italian restaurant.
It was. Was it a good Italian restaurant?
Laura Kirchville said, Alan had a salad baked one time to take the crunch away.
Yeah, I did not want a crunchy salad, so I had them wilt it for me, and it was much more like, cooked spinach or something at that point. And I ate that. It was delicious.
Chanco City said, I made a silicone puppet yesterday for stop motion, but when I bend it, it won't stay.
Well, then you failed. And I bet you learned something. What kind of armature did you use on the inside?
Jonathan East says, Seguin with an Italian restaurant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't go there. Do not recreate our experience. So what's probably happening is that the stretch of your silicone skin is pulling back your armature back into its normal, because you might need to go with a thinner silicone skin.
Baba Dawson says, so Alan, this pattern is for the fur you'll cut out? Yes?
Yes, this is for the fur. And that'll happen actually pretty soon. Hey, Ruth, you want to wipe your hands on this and ruin it? Because it's important to me. So, no, that actually is.
I was following Stacey's advice.
What is the name, Riot Demon, of that Italian restaurant? Because every place we tried to go was closed.
That I guarantee you that was the restaurant. Oh, what was the name of it? I
Chanco City says, I use tinfoil.
can't think of it right now. I took it with my tongue.
Yeah, tinfoil doesn't have enough hold. I think you would need a wire armature under there. And a thinner silicone skin.
Andrew Zach says, do you ever get close to Ohio? It would be such an honor to meet.
First of all, it would not be an honor to meet me because I'm just like anybody else. I'm just a person. But it would be nice to meet you. We used to go. The closest I'll be to Ohio is probably Midwest Haunters Convention, which will be in a city near the Chicago area. So that's probably going to be like 4 or 5 hours away. But it'll be a haunted house show that we go to and sell stuff. So it might actually be fun for you to go see that too. And as a bonus, I'll be there sculpting in my booth.
Jonathan East says, yeah, I don't go to Seguin. It's got to go into Yorktown.
No one should go to Seguin.
Riot Demon says, it's Giuseppe's.
Yep, that was it. That was it.
Whew.
It was bad. It was ungood. I think so.
Realms asked, I can't remember if I've asked you this already, but can you do a YouTube Wednesday on how to make a wolf head on a plaque?
Yes, I can actually.
I think you did.
I did not.
No, but you did one for the Monster Museum at some point. I think it was during live.
No, a way that I would do it differently.
Chanco City says, can I fix it somehow?
Can you insert wire into the body you've already made? I think the wire would have a hard time getting by all the aluminum foil. But aluminum foil, it doesn't have any return strength. But the silicone skin has a stretch. So that pulled it back to the position where you molded the silicone or sculpted the silicone.
Lisa Wright asked, have you guys ever gone to West Coast Hunters Convention?
I've been there 4 times. I believe that has gone virtual this year already. All right, so I want my fur direction. That's something you have to think about on these kind of masks. To go this way. And I don't mind it going this way up here, because that's what it would be. It'd be doing this.
Seth Ashley said I didn't get a notification. I hope everyone's doing okay.
Hey, Seth.
Doing swell.
You normally are one of the first ones on, so I was actually a little surprised to see
Thank you. How are you?
that you were not on early.
Andrew Zach says I'll have to. I'll for sure have to walk and look for it. I'll take a vacation time for sure. Do you know dates for that commission yet? For Shane.
He's got something good. He's leaving.
Yep. That's dangerous. let me fix your
He's
case.
such right in front of everybody.
Yeah.
By me, I got this.
Old as brass.
This would be here. I'm trying to see if I can get this in one piece, and I think I can.
Do you
But I
know the
can't.
dates for MHC?
No. I don't know the dates for Midwest Honkers Convention because I think it may move. It may slide around.
Baba Daza says, what is happening now? I'm losing you guys.
I am still working on this pattern. Right chair.
Right chair.
Seth Ashley says the bunny is looking fantastic. Can't wait to see it haired.
You're gonna see that tonight. This sucker will be done.
That's some sticky stuff.
Mm-hmm. Chonka City says, okay, I'll use armature wire next time.
Yeah, I mean that's your traditional. You got to have something that'll fight your skin because your skin is stretchy. It wants to pull back to the shape it was made in.
Not if I'm gonna let it sit for 2 hours and pour it out.
Maybe you fit it with some water.
And a pour.
Yeah. Body Geek says, hello, peeps.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, beavers.
Seth Ashley says, where did you purchase your 1, 2, 3 blocks? I believe that's what some people call them.
Amazon. Amazon is where I got them.
Okay. I don't know. This just came in the house.
You can't have that for
From the
sure.
dog, and I did not know if this was...
He can have the paper back. That paper is extra.
There. Here we go. This. It just came in with...
So Cheney
Yeah.
stole this bottle of one side of an epoxy out of the shop and brought it over to the house.
Officer, counter from over there. I didn't even see him go over there.
That's because another dog distracted you, I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
I like raptors.
They are.
You think you're kidding.
Oh no, I've lost socks,
You have.
notebooks. They took me for the ride.
Andrew Zach says there's a convention and flea market in Pittsburgh this year. It's March for haunted houses and trails. Not sure what else. Not sure what the dates are.
Interesting.
Lindsay and Michael Cowles. No, Cheney, no.
Okay, so I wanted to get this pattern out of this piece of. I wanted to cut it out of one piece of fur. Is what I basically wanted to do. So this is the important point, and I shifted this one over a little bit, and now I'm just going to use this angle, and I'll make a new angle to right there to even these two up a little bit.
Papa Dog says, oh, Cheney, you bad boy. Mr. Mischief.
Oh, he is.
Body Geek says the dog has been watching too much Ocean's 11. This is Ocean's 14.
Bunch of
The-
griffin.
We moved on from women to dogs.
It was, Scott. This is not a formal review.
That restaurant was cray cray.
More than anything, just the waiter was crazy.
Yeah, we had a nutso waiter. Like
You know, for tips in Seguin, man.
he did not He didn't speak the English, which, I'm fine with, but he just pretended he did. And that was what made it weird.
Hey man, fake it till you make it.
It's all part of the mystique.
He was still in the hard fake it stage.
There is an Italian song from maybe the 70s that was made as a joke by this Italian songwriter who was like, listen, Italians, they just love American music so much, they don't care what it says. They just love American music, and if you make a song that was just gibberish that sounded like English, they would love it. And he did, and they did. It was a smash hit, and listening to it, it sounds like English if you were having a stroke. Where you're like, it definitely sounds like English, but none of it makes any sense. Jonathan used cocaine's a hell of a drug. Yeah.
And apparently black pepper is an excellent chaser.
Yeah.
Maybe he was too high already, and he needed the black pepper to come down.
Stacy, can you hit the Ozbot button?
Yep.
Because I want you guys to see that while I'm here working, everybody behind me is eating delicious pizza. Everybody. I'm just sitting working away. I'm doing what I got to do.
Let the record
And-
reflect. I'm
and-
still working.
And my staff is eating pizza.
I can watch it. Says, what's the matter, you? Why you look so sad?
You shut your face.
Because I watched you snorted the black pepper. And not even flinch. Like,
Oh, yeah. He was the boss.
Not his church.
Seth Ashley says, pizza from where? Cheese pizza is the best. I'm still a kid at heart.
My wife made it.
White pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if it's good or not.
It's real good.
Really good.
Jonathan East says, pink hair, don't care. You talking about me? True facts, friend. True facts. Pink hair,
You-
do not, in fact, care.
You have seriously underestimated the amount that Stacy does not care.
Mostly.
My GAF levels are dangerously low.
we were having a conversation about that earlier in the shop.
I checked my account this morning. There's not.
Listen, it's been a rough winter.
I have overdraft.
Andrew Zach says, your glue and food coloring recipe for fake blood. How well will that stay on clothing? What's a good recipe for silicone mask? Also looking for a fake pus recipe that will stay on silicone.
Okay, so all of that, you're going to want the thin silicone caulking if it's going to go on a silicone mask. Thin silicone caulking, GE Silicone 1. Thin that with naphtha or odorless mineral spirits. And then add your coloring to that.
The only thing that
food coloring still works.
is silicone.
Yeah, food coloring still works. It actually tends to be pretty well. So, but yeah, that recipe is not for math. It's mostly for crops, and it's not an outdoor recipe either. If you want to stay on clothing for a long time, then you use 5-minute epoxy, the clear 5-minute epoxy. Mix in red food coloring or So Strong tint from Smooth On. Red.
Thank you, Scott Colhart, for sharing the 1 to 3 block link.
Thanks, man.
What was I just saying?
It is a mystery.
Another drink.
Oh yeah, we were talking about the not care. I'm like, look, I'm 40 years old with an afro mohawk.
Afro Hawk.
Don't think I care.
Oh, I do like that. Frohawk.
Frohawk.
It's very puffy right in the middle. Tank says, I know the song you were talking about, Stacey. Adriano Celentano wrote it, right? Yes, I believe so. And the name is like crazy long, and even looking it up, I wouldn't be able to pronounce it.
So he just kind of hacked the system.
Oh yeah.
He's like, they like this.
He I guess wrote it to prove oh yeah, Italians will listen to anything as long as it sounds like English. And true facts, it was a smash hit.
Now he's famous.
What he was famous for?
No.
Andrew Zach says, thanks for the information. Louis McLean says, has Alan ever watched Broken Peach on YouTube sing their Halloween songs?
I've not.
They are I believe, if it's the band I'm thinking of, they're the cute, the girls that dress up in kind of doll-esque clothes.
Oh, you're still a Osbot. We're in the work again.
Okay.
Not in the watching us eat pizza.
Jonathan East says, "Peace out, everyone. I gotta wake up for work at 3 a.m." Yeah, there you go, Tank. That's the name of the song. Priest and Colin. Musical. I don't know.
Prison colon.
It sounds like something that would be in my shampoo.
Yes. It's one of the chemicals in the paint.
I miss shampoo.
All right.
Lindsay and my grandson rocking the same hair.
That was very funny, Stan.
Anthony Pavlik says, "Hi, hello.
Hi.
What's up, Weasel?"
Weasel.
The Weasel. How about you?
I don't think Weasel is actually his nickname. I think she just says that, so we say that, and then we're just mean to him for no reason.
Back me up, Weasel.
He's like, "Why would you call me that? Of all the animals."
He had me paint in high school a very stylized, like, heavy metal W.
In
on
high
his
school, so
guitar.
like 5 years ago.
No! We're like in our 30s. We had very cool yellow Ibanez, question mark? He had me paint this glow-in-the-dark, like, metal W for reason. Andrew's accent sounds like something I clean out from between my toes. Yeah, fair.
Gross. Hey, you know what's cool?
Yeah.
You're almost done with your pizza.
Uh-huh.
And when you are done with your pizza,
Mhm.
you could trace this
On the fur.
onto the fur
That's true.
while I eat pizza.
I support this plan. Anthony says it's all a big ruse.
Stan, are you done eating pizza?
Not yet.
Oh,
Good try.
that was a good try. So this is the fur that I
So what
have.
happens if this freezes? Surely it shouldn't look like this, right?
No.
That got too cold.
Yeah.
The big can lived. There's a big can of it. It's a gallon can around here.
It's over there.
And it's fine.
The one on the table.
That froze.
Weasel, you can't throw me under the bus like that.
This looks good.
Cruel and unusual. Do you have a silver Sharpie?
No, it was black's on it.
Okay.
Sometimes I say things just because I know it'll bother her.
Listen, I already swapped out the thread on the sewing machine to white, and you can't stop me.
I'll just go in with a Sharpie and paint everything pitch black. Make it black again.
Ken Zuri says, "I had pizza for lunch today."
She's
Good job.
probably gonna get up from her
Yeah,
chair and walk
yeah.
over, grab a silver
What?
Sharpie.
You're gonna use this. I get you a decent.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Anthony says, "Sorry, friend." Yeah, you're not sorry. Cat Poop says, "Wow, crazy jumping back and forth with you and folks in the trip. What a great night."
The trio.
Oh,
Trio's
trio.
on tonight. Trio tear.
Oh, yeah. So
I was like,
what's tonight? Are they normally on Tuesdays?
I don't
Monday.
know.
Or is it Monday?
It's
Are they always on Monday nights?
But I know that they're on.
You haven't made a shot today. No, I haven't. I haven't made anything in the garbage can yet today. So what's important is that I know which way my fabric is laid out.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Right, Stan?
Oh yeah. Lay it out.
Right, Rue?
Right, Rue?
Right, everybody that's ever worked with fur ever.
Do it now.
Cat Swift says Mondays and tonight with Ezekiel. Yep, same time as you.
Oh.
Or tonight with in our
I
world,
wish
that's
they would
Ezekiel.
tell me this. I would just let them have the time slot.
Now Mondays is one of our regular nights.
Yeah, we don't go live Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Mm-hmm. And Thursdays was originally for Hunter's Hang,
Right. And
which is back again.
Seth Ashley says,
Napping
but
is
even if
cool.
you don't make it in the trash can, you still have to say nothing but net.
None but net.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna have some pizza while Stacy comes here and does. This is your fur direction,
Okay.
and I'll get you a silver Sharpie.
Thank you.
This is our mix. That's the baby. I'm not pouring it in there yet.
How shaken is the baby? I mean, how shaken is the mix?
It's stirred very well.
Cat Swift says they only do about an hour.
Well then. This is my Sharpie theory. One of these will work.
Thanks. baby.
Yeah. I figured since it was already 8 o'clock, it's probably not low. No, Dad.
Well, the baby can go till 9. We don't need a thick baby.
That's true.
Yeah, run a baby.
What a baby.
So no one here likes cheese pizza, apparently.
I didn't know there was
Artichoke.
cheese pizza. There's
No,
artichoke
it-
pizza and
It's great.
It's excellent, actually. And that you don't realize that was piled like 6 inches thick.
Andrew Zach says our whole haunted trail this year is being built around the cages you built in the video for the plastic barrel. We're doing
Oh.
a back family that are cannibals.
Awesome.
Hey, cannibal houses are always fun.
It's true. I'm skipping the edge of that just because I don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was toast. Oh,
None but that.
it hit it and then it bounced out. Oh, it's so unfair.
Don't tell them. They didn't see.
I totally nailed that shot.
Right.
Also, toast. Oh, that one stuck. Yes. Close enough for government work. You can kind of see that. Fine. See if we can make the whole thing if we're gonna go find another one. Angie Rogers says, I love watching the pro that made my wonderful werewolf doll. I'm so glad that you like
You
it.
meant you.
It's me.
It's a you, Stacy.
It's a me. It's so me. These are all kind of crapola. Let's go see if we can find a functional silver Sharpie. Hold, please.
Hold the line for a silver
Let's try this again. Ish. Kind of still crap. Ah, that works. Okay. What are you sniggering about over there?
Pick some.
Oh, fine. Shame.
What'd you do?
These boys, let me tell you.
Did you eat his phone?
He did not. Well, I mean, he did leave us when we were using it.
Oh.
Sorry. Womp
No,
womp.
he left his food, which I relocated.
Sneaky boys are sneaky.
Well, it was good knowing you, bro. It was
There's a
real.
reason I get picked on here.
I had a great time working with you.
Well, it's been nice.
Where's your? He gone.
Well, you see, what had happened was.
Missing sticky hand.
Alright. Now we're all traced out there. I wonder, I'm going to go ahead and mark these, because I don't know if he wants that.
So that blade on there is brand spanking new.
Noted. So sharp.
It's so nice to have the warnings on that. Because ouches. Actually, no ouches till like 2 days later.
Yeah, no, you won't even feel it cut right through your hand. So, with exceptionally sharp knife-o, we are going to go very carefully and kind of pick this edge up here. So the idea is that you don't want to press it down on the table, if you can avoid it, so that you don't get a sliced, like, you can kind of see how the edge of this is cut off. Yeah, no, a sliced tendon. Yeah. How the edge of that is cut off. We want it
Blood
to
looks
be
so real.
furry on the underside. So.
I realized I was wearing a nice hat.
Found a water leak.
Oh no!
Yeah, I turned it off.
For the pool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, at least you found it.
What's the matter, Alan?
It's completely something I would do.
Hey, roll the comments back a little bit. I think I got involved in tracing and cutting a thing and stopped reading comments. They only do about an hour. Okay, we got the on a trail thing. Okay, Angie Rogers, I love watching the Pro the Man Werewolf Doll. Okay, Anthony Pavlik says they both stuck. Both nicknames? Yes.
That's close enough for goes my word. Like Jennifer.
What is Cat Swift telling you to sit on this time? Cat Swift says, Stacy, are they dry or just recovering from the freeze? Sounds weird, but sit on them for a bit and they will warm through the middle. What were you guys talking about while I was gone?
I don't know. Maybe I missed it.
Blink, blink, blink.
Oh,
blink,
the Sharpies. The Sharpies.
Oh.
You know, honestly, they are probably actually dead. We use a lot of silver Sharpie in this shop.
A lot of black foam.
A lot of black foam, a lot of silver Sharpies.
Al Matra, the Trio of Terror is a group that is Cobwebs and Candlesticks, Dave LePage, Vic Springston, and someone else. Who I forget who that person is.
Do you want me to cut these out? Are these...
Yes, those are going to cut out.
Okay. I'm glad I marked them in, on the sides.
Yep. Wait, no, those don't. That's a line you sew. Mark that on the piece because you sew below that line.
Okay. Go ahead and notch these guys.
I love that your first comment was, that is so something I would do.
I'm that flavor of jerk.
We've met you. We know. Angie says, I think my cat just came in for a little loving and left. Round Chow, I wonder if this is night 10 of mask painting.
It is not. This is a bunny. Night 10 of mask painting will happen Wednesday.
Okay.
Probably.
Well, but he looks at all of us and nods his head decidingly.
Wednesday.
This is me telling you guys.
When
Andrew Zach says, what's your opinion of using customers in scenes? We're planning on taking them and doing death scenes with them like the movie Saw.
Cuts?
customers, patrons, people who need money.
I think it's a great idea. I don't know how you're going to make it work. There are several ways in which it could work and many more in which it could not. But I do think you're possibly onto something. Anytime you can involve the customer is a good thing, as long as, yeah, as long as you correctly anticipate their willingness to play.
And will the scene work if they don't?
Universal Studios used to have a Universal Monsters stage show in their theme park. And this was before the Beetlejuice Graveyard Review. It was a Universal Studios Monster stage show. They just kind of introduce all the monsters and they come out on stage and do cool stuff. And at the end of the show, they had all the monsters come back out and said, all of these monsters were played by audience members from the last performance.
Nice.
If you would like to be a monster in the next performance, please come to the right-hand side of the stage.
Did you like trample people getting there?
Sadly, I worked at the park at the time, so I didn't get to do it. But yeah, they used to have a really cool show. and it was, them in costume, and all the action was taught to them and stuff. So that worked.
You can tell how quick this stuff dulls a blade. It's already struggling to get through there.
Yeah.
So annoying.
Flip a corner.
Well, I've only got this one little notch left to cut.
Horror Beauty, did you see that show?
Alright. There she was. And now you can see that edge is nice and furry looking, like it ought to be.
Did you do the back too?
Oh, I didn't see them. No, I get the front panel.
Really, girl.
There was fur on top of it.
Yes, there'll be a whole Universal Monsters Island, which will be very fun to see.
On these axes, we're planning on doing selling glow sticks for an extra $2 for those people that are wanting to be able to see it.
That's an interesting way to do it.
Are we keeping this long bit, or did that just not get
I
trimmed?
didn't trim that out yet.
Well, all right then. Let's do that first. Mike Camacho asked, is it necessary to do all 3 days of Transworld? Is there one day in particular that's better than the others? I'm not sure I can get all 3 days off.
Most people go Saturday. Saturday's the big day. Sunday's the least important day. Yeah. It's 4 days. Transworld is 4 days, right? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Or it's
Mike Trzanowski, you can always message me. Always.
Or because I did. They did song and dance, right?
Well, they had a song in it, but you might be thinking of the Beetlejuice Graveyard Review, which was a bigger show that happened later in the park's life.
I like to get ready.
And this is trimmed to where it ought to be. Just so I can clarify.
No,
No?
all this gets cut out.
Okay.
Yeah, that was not cut out yet.
Okey doke.
Anybody can message me. Of course you can message me. You don't have to ask first. You may have to message me twice, but I will answer you in time.
Mm-hmm. All right. I trim that.
Papa does. I message Alan. I cyberbully him.
This one instead of that one. Maybe it's 'cause it had-
Tom Everett says, I remember that show. Lindsay Michael Powell, that was a great tip on cutting fur. Thanks, Stacey. You're welcome. Cutting fur can be a pain in the butt.
If we could have the chin of that one on the top of that, would be perfect.
Wait, what?
The top of your left hand with
Yep.
the bottom chin on your
Gotcha.
right hand, Because that one is a little pinheaded.
Okay.
They all kind of come out that way.
Yeah, it's
When you hit them with feet down and bring it down, but
Not say very much.
Really need
No. What for? Apocalypse illness.
It has another faceplate thing too, right? There's a round one we made.
Sometimes. It's nice to have options.
Didn't Apocalypse wasn't it a different pattern completely than that though?
It was this, some of these, and then there's like another faceplate on top of it. You want to glue something directly. It's a round plate.
I remember.
Remember the plate? Remember the
Car Beauty, in Beetlejuice Graveyard Review, Dracula did Hot Blooded. He did the song Hot Blooded,
Check me and see.
and then the Wolfman did Clap for the Wolfman. And Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein each had a song, and then they had a duet. It was a good show, about 15 minutes too long.
I am marking
2002 would have been Beetlejuice.
already used.
Yeah, Car Beauty.
I'm gonna flip it and not cut the crap out of myself. This is a brand new blade, Stan.
Brand new.
Brand new.
I believe.
Then it
No,
doesn't
I-
matter on which side I flip it.
Now I want to know.
Okay.
Beetlejuice Graveyard Review.
Alright, and now we have a fresh new blade. Doesn't remember Beetlejuice. Oh, Edward Burry. Nice. Just subscribe to your channel on Patreon today. Much worthy content. Thank you.
Why, thank you so much, sir. Appreciate that.
Now we're back to gliding through that like butter.
Well, Beetlejuice Graveyard Review was 92 to 2016. That's a long
That's a long run.
stretch. Holy macaroni.
Yeah. Yes, we did.
Oh
we
my.
have our water right now. We have our water back.
Not be mad. Don't you be mad. Don't you say a word. I'm leaving.
Hold on, wait.
Wait, don't you?
This was my pick.
Hey, share with your friends. He's like, you're not my friends. I paid to be here.
Friends wouldn't eat my cake.
The cake's not for the staff.
The cat's so holy macaroni. That is so good.
What is so
Just start
mean?
their day in silence. Fine.
I will snark. The chocolate cake. Learn to fly away. Oh, any more words than that.
Learn to fly again. Learn to live so free. Long
That's
stretch of
it.
the show. It's up there with Cats and Phantom. When it comes to God, people are just a popular theme this past Halloween. So happy for a comeback.
Yeah, Beetlejuice is a fun character.
Where is Edson Juice? We've summoned him. Said his name at least 3 times.
I would love to see a Beetlejuice movie, but it's a horror movie
Yeah.
where he really is like getting rid of folks.
The actual bioexorcist.
Right.
Yeah, I want to see the prequel to Beetlejuice, the movie where he's just being the bioexorcist and earning the bad reputation.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I would watch that movie.
Edward Murray, you can ask them anywhere. You could ask them here. You could ask them on stillbeefstudios@gmail.com. you could ask them on Patreon, which you are now a member.
Hey. All right. There's your front and your back.
Did you see the?
Can I think of some more menial tasks for you to do so you don't get cake?
Absolutely. Still gonna get cake, but
Tim Burton is doing that Netflix show about
Wednesday. Yeah.
Yes.
live action.
Pretty excited about some Wednesday. I can get down on that.
Is it gonna be Christina Ricci? This is the question.
I think it's gonna be animated? Question mark?
No, it's live action.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it gonna be Christina Ricci?
I don't think so.
We're gonna trim
In a
this
more
down
artistic
so it's
direction.
not quite as fringy
Because
when it gets folded up.
Who
And he likes Christina Ricci. Who likes Christina Ricci?
What are you doing?
I'm trimming down the little dangly bits so we can fold it up and keep the rest of the fur.
Okay.
Which is a menial task that's keeping me from cake.
Hooray. Well, I'm about to ask you to sew this anyway.
That's true.
So
Yay, I get to sew.
you wanna pull it over here and
Sure. I'm gonna have to.
oh, nah, we'll leave it over there. I can
I'm
turn
good.
one of these cameras to you.
That's true. All right, so let me line this up before we get to the sewings.
Baba Daza, you are proving to me that no one reads my video descriptions. Because in the video description, there is a link for you to buy the Nature's Miracle Pooper Scooper.
And then these together.
Yep.
Gray Hawkins,
Hi, Greg.
you are currently battling technology. You feel like a grandma.
See, Gray, back in the day, we had these things called books.
That's right.
Right, these are ear holes and not darts.
Those. What's that now?
Are these ear holes or darts? Do they need to get sewn together?
Do not sew them together.
So
Yeah.
just the ones on the front.
Yeah, and see there's a line here. You sew from below that line together.
Yes.
Those lines match up.
Yep.
Don't sew above, sew below.
Gotcha. Okay, let's go sew some stuff.
Baba Daza.
You want me to take the tripod or the phone? Or does it matter?
Spin the tripod around.
Spin the tripod. You want to put the phone on something interesting, or we'll just go to tripod?
I will be something interesting.
Okay.
Stacy gonna sew.
I'm gonna sew a thing tonight. You know. Got my machine loaded with white. Oh, there you go, yeah. Might want to move your cake so it doesn't get fur in it.
That's your
That's your
Oh,
kid.
is that? Why? Oh, it looks like you put a bite on the end. I was like, awesome.
So Gray Hawkins is asking, have y'all listened to the Beetlejuice musical? I wrote an essay on it, and it's terrible. It's the worst thing I've ever seen or heard of. Actually,
Great cry.
I only learned about it because Stacy told me it existed.
Yeah.
I have not ever seen it or heard of it or heard a song.
If Alex Castle is still on, he's the one who showed it to me.
Yes. So
Man.
there are Beetlejuice the
Canada.
musical fans out there. I may be one, but I have not ever seen it. But I will gladly say I don't like it just to mock you because of who I am as a person.
He's the meanest old man.
Right. And I should, because I'm saying Gray Hawkins, I should go.
Woo!
Right.
Boy, I wish it would have had it. I'm gonna have to go back and screenshot that.
Yeah.
No screenshot. I'm not in general a musical fan. That's not how I normally operate. Stacy's doing that. See, now you're getting two things happening in
Simultaneously.
one video. She's going to be done in mere moments because it's a very little bit of sewing.
That's true.
I have to pattern up these heroes.
They're the ears of love. Heroes. Mama Don says, don't listen to him. Like whatever you want.
No, you must only like still beast approved things.
There's rules. I'll get fired.
That's right. That's right, Gray. All you can enjoy now is Masters of the Universe from here on out. That's all you get.
Google it.
She's gonna go find the Masters of the Universe musical.
I hope there's
That
not a
could
massive
possibly exist.
And there could be one out there. Let's be honest.
Born a skeleton.
He was a skeleton.
He was a skeleton.
Okay.
By the power of Grace, so it's a ballad.
Yeah. Starts out in black and white.
Greg, I'm just not a musical person, which is weird because I
He
sing
does
all
things all
I sing all the time, but like in here, I don't like listen to music. I'll listen to an audiobook or I'll put on a horror movie or a monster movie, but I just music isn't something that I really ever sunk my teeth into.
No doubt.
I have this thing lately where I breathe my own spit because I am an intelligent creature.
It's good that you're pretty. Shannon says, "Don't talk smack to my Gray."
Hey, Gray, actually, funny you should mention that. I would like to have you come out to the shop at some point in time soon, and I will teach you the fine art of gluing up EVA foam helmets. You'll love it. You'll laugh, you'll cry. It's better than cats.
You question why you're here.
So I say that you'll laugh, you'll cry. It's better than cats
Mhm.
because that commercial played so much when the Phantom musical came out.
Yeah.
I remember the commercial. I remember them. This one lady outside of the theater. They quoted her. I laughed. I cried. It was better than Cats because Cats was it. Rob O'Brien, you can't say you might get high. There's kids on here. Like I don't even know what that's a reference to.
He's talking about gluing the masks together.
Oh, well, that's a bonus.
Yeah. God. No, I'm gonna get in trouble. So you took her to the shop to do what?
So, yes, you can actually YouTube the Phantom commercial, Phantom musical commercial when it first came out, and that commercial's on YouTube, which is funny.
Cats is my new catchphrase.
I laughed, I cried. It's better than Cats.
That's such an old saying.
I went to that play. It's like 3 hours of my life I'll never get back.
Which one?
Cats?
It's not a play. It's a musical. Damn. Get with it.
Whatever you want to call it, it was a mess.
Edward Murray says, "I thought about starting my own Patreon called Failing with Edward. All of my material compatibility experiments, kind of the opposite of yours."
Well, okay. Well, I had a big fail today. Earlier in the video, we pulled apart a baby mold that we had poured up in something strange. And it was not fun. Well, it was fun, but it didn't work. It was no bueno.
It definitely did not do what we wanted it to.
It was entertaining.
Adam Durbin! Hello, sir. Alexa, stop.
That's fine.
Rue, they're playing your song.
It's only my songs. But actually, I'll give them just a tiny bit longer.
So this is going to be the ear pattern for both the right and the left ear. I'm just going to flip it over.
Get back here and grab a comb real quick. What I'm going to do is comb out these seams. You can see there where the fur is tucked down into that seam. We just don't fix that.
I'm going about 1.5 inches over my pattern. That's going to be the hair that wraps around and grabs onto the front of the ear.
I'm really spoiled to the fur we normally get.
Yes.
The laser cut for.
Well, not even the laser cut fur, just the quality of the fur.
Yeah, this was the best white they had. It was, this is a little thinner.
I mean, it's doing the job.
Yeah. It'll be white. Kids will
See,
hate
now
it.
I can't see where that seam was hardly on. The other side. And then we'll have him ready to print.
I think Ross has come up with the first musical, Washing My Loincloth.
Oh,
That's the first song from the Masters of the Universe.
Listen,
musical.
you had better be careful because before this gets too far out of control, TikTok wrote an entire Ratatouille the musical, just because they thought it would be funny, and and now that's becoming a thing, like for real, for real. Your sheer distaste for it may bring it into the world.
Look, you know what? I'm actually not that way. I'm not normally a. I don't mind if it's a Master of the Universe musical. I think that would be fine. I think the more of that content that gets out there, the better, because it's all kind of exposure. I told myself that I had to watch every crappy monster movie that came out, because if I didn't, they might stop making them. So, yeah, I'm that insane. I learned now my time is more valuable than some of those bad monster movies. Craft fur is good stuff. I mean, in all honesty, I get mine from a company called Monterey Mills, and this I happened to get from Joanne's.
Catherine says, Stacey, is that a 6300 series or 6800? Let me look.
And I have 3 of that exact same machine.
I actually don't know. He's got the.
Model 4423.
He has the actual like label of it covered up with the sticker.
What's the sticker?
The Sylvie sticker.
Oh, I didn't put it on there. Did you put it on there?
I did not put it on.
Nothing but net.
No.
They can't see you, Rue.
No.
And they can't hear you either.
They can hear me. I know they can hear me.
I guess I can run in the other room and look at the other one. See.
Rodney
See
Pope, I want to tell you that I really enjoyed the pictures of the Krampus playing out in the snow.
Same.
One of the highlights of Texas Ice Apocalypse.
Yeah.
COVID.
Novin.
No.
I think I like that one.
Edward, yes. Go to MontereyMills.com and then go on their website, go to their craft section, and then it has a ton of different fake furs. And they actually have a shag and they have a Mongolian shag. So that is what you're looking for.
Yep. I like it.
What are you looking for?
What the other model of that 17 was. But I do new. Do we need to do more sewing tonight?
No.
Okie doke. I'm gonna pack it.
But I will have you trace out and cut these ears for me.
Well, all right. Cat Swift is exactly right. It's Dials Cat Swift. She's right, Babadaza. It is a learning curve. I would absolutely go with the Cheapo Depot fabric craft fur, craft fur to start with and just learn on. Because boy, that expensive fur, messing up on that is a much more expensive mistake.
I have some fur that is $80 a yard. And that's my wholesale price.
Gotcha. Tank says, I thought that was Shannon's Joanne bag. In this shop, it's just as likely to be mine or Alan's.
Anything big in this shop could be
I was
anything.
gonna say, to be fair.
Anything.
Anybody's.
And do I want the hair going down the ears, up the ears? I want it going up the ears. Wait. I'm going to wrap over anyway.
So much easier.
Up the ears.
Yes, I'm sorry, I understand.
Careful, it's got a knife.
No knife.
Not a knife. Kind of weird not having many Ezekiel.
Well, he's on the other show,
Uh-huh.
right? Thank you, Scott, for leaving Monterey Mills. Father Don says, I believe it.
Stacy, do you get the flip here? Flip for one side and then the other. I'll leave you to it.
Okay,
Fur it up, sister.
I'm gonna.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, we're all discombobulated.
Lou, can you watch comments while she is?
Sure.
Thank
She
you.
tends to trace it too.
Sorry.
No, tracing space, man. Tracing space.
Glad y'all like him getting out. Rodney Pope. I was gonna say, yeah, I'm talking about one experience a long time ago, but in general, I love craft work. From Baba Daza.
Oh, yeah.
Shannon says, Tank, nope. They know him at Joanne's. I believe it. From Baba Daza. Thank you for the link, Scott, to Monterey Mills. Yeah.
So for fellow sewers, question mark,
So it's
that are watching, when you cut a commercial pattern, doing the notches in here reminded me of that.
nothing
Do-
but that.
Do you cut your notches in or out of your seam allowance? I learned to cut them out of my seam allowance, a little arrow pointing out instead of a little notch pointing in, because if you're pinking edges on something, it's marginally easier to see where your notches line up if you cut them, I guess, inverted. But I don't know anybody else that does that. I was curious if that was a thing or if that was just how I learned.
Just a how Stacy do.
Catherine says, thanks to the 6300 series. Thinking about another just for heavier items because of bigger part. I don't want to start using the quilting or apparel machines and heavy stuff. Yeah, these are ideal for the heavy stuff that we do. Great. Can't wait to
And we
do
beat
it
on them.
Monday.
A lot. Because, Dan, can you sew?
Mm-hmm. Not
Okay.
live. They
Well
can.
enough.
Well enough, yeah.
Okay, so that makes me feel good. Lots of ouch.
I have a, what is it, S900 Singer,
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it's
and a whole bunch of sewing feet that I don't even know what they do.
Yeah, Switch says, where Alan gets his furs outstanding, with most of us the price range, $20 to $40 yards, just a better option. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Sure is.
Oh, and when I buy from Monterey Mills, I'm buying a 16-yard roll.
Yeah, because we're going to use it.
Hey, Stan.
Oddly enough, you know, you guys see
Weekend, I'll be setting up the forge.
Stacy.
Jana comes into town back into town Saturday. I'll see.
But yeah, like
Sunday. Yeah.
you guys see Stacy sew all the time. She's our resident seamstress. Alan sews a lot, but I can sew and Stan can sew too. Like it just kind of comes with the job.
If I die, that'll be fine.
Oh no, we still can't do what you do, but we do all know how to do it.
Oh, if you can hear that, it's not a car horn, it's the laser.
Ooh, she's going.
Yeah. Gray, that's Weasel that's razzing you. Anthony kind of like.
Great, stop ignoring me when I troll you.
I saw Babadaz say something along the lines of more sewing tutorials. I mean, like, my grandmother taught herself how to sew, and she taught me how to sew, on the machine, that is. So it's been a lot of my adult life going through and trying to figure out what will make the machine do what I need it to do.
How to make it do the thing that I actually wanted to do.
Yeah. Alan thinks sewing is using hot glue. Yeah. Cringe. I mean, listen, I've been there. I've done that. It happened. Okay, now we're gonna mark this corner. We're gonna flip this blade again. Gray said, Stacey taught me how to sew. I did teach you how to sew. These are top and bottom corners. Now I'm gonna flip it. For some reason, the texture of fur just takes the edge off of a blade.
Oh, it's just so fast.
It's really,
Just shred.
really annoying. Especially if you need to cut out a lot of things from fur. Like, well, I'm just gonna
Like snowman.
like snowman, yes. Or like doll fur.
Oh.
I'm glad we now have a
Weird.
digitized doll fur pattern, and we're gonna cut them out on the laser.
I don't
Cat
think we'll
switches. When
ever be able to cut snowmen out on the laser.
Probably not. Cat switches. When folks tell me they can't sew, I ask if they drive. That is harder. Someone told you you can't sew, but you can. Anthony says Stacey is the best. Thank you. The Weasel owns several pieces of Renaissance fair garb sewn by me. Cause he's my friend. And we like to go to the fair. Bob Ellis says, great, you're lucky. Tank says, I like how you're marking the blade. Clever. Yeah, there's nothing more irritating than flipping a blade because you need a new sharp side and realizing that you've hit the side that's already been used. I try and make a habit of flipping my blade every time I need to, or I mean, I try to make a habit of mark the blade every time I flip it because gosh, that's annoying. Rob O'Brien says, do you know the trick of using a width of a tape measure to add seam allowance? I do now. Thanks. I like that. I have traditionally done the 2 pencils or 2 pens taped together. Will give you roughly 5/8 of an inch if you need 5/8 of an inch. I also tend to sew a closer seam allowance if I can get away with it.
Oh. Yeah. I'll stay and read comments for you.
Thank you.
Because I gotta done masks soon, but we're good for the moment. It's cold.
Yes.
Or it's been cold, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
These masks are still not very warm. Weasel says, yep, you made me some pretty sick stuff.
Yup.
Scott says, night everyone. Good night, Scott.
Good night, Scott.
Let's go.
Thanks for doing what you do. You're amazing.
True facts.
Weasel said, even a period correct cell phone holder.
That's right.
Period correct, quote unquote.
Well, you know, it didn't look out of place at the Renaissance Fair, so.
Baba Dozen says, at Gray Hawkins, oh yikes, yeah, I remember that feeling because now you have to make up loads of work and do all the reading, and which you didn't do on break unless you did do it.
Well, I think they got that week off of school, and pretty much I think she was caught up on everything. She said she was caught up on everything.
That's what they all.
Baba Dozen says, Gray Hawkins, your parents are English majors. I'm sure they made you do it.
All right, one ear.
Everyone's saying good night, Scott. Stop do good. Yeah. You do it good.
He does do the good.
You can find a link like nobody's business.
Like, seriously.
Like, yeah,
Like-
for real.
I can, so Sadie will be making my children's costumes. She can't get out of that. Listen, you just give me a couple of years on that one, okay? Like, you're 15. I can wait. It's fine. I'm not in a rush. Right.
Ken Zarish says, "Good night, fam. Gotta go."
Good night, Ken.
Good night, Ken. Hard to believe that TRF was 1 year ago from Weasel.
Oh my god, yeah. That year went by quick.
Gray says, "For once."
Yeah.
Babadaza, night, Ken. What did you guys do to Alan? Alan ran away.
Yeah. He's in the house getting another piece of cake, I bet.
Probably.
Sympathy cake.
Don't worry. He trusts us in the shop.
More or less.
Heck, we're usually in here for a good half hour before he actually shows up.
That's true. That's true.
Maybe not a half hour. That might be exaggerated.
Depends on the day.
Yeah.
This one. He has returned.
I've been replaced?
Yep.
Yep.
It's too late.
They were just asking about you.
No, Cat Swift, you cannot talk about me. I have returned it.
He's eating.
I was eating.
You were eating cake, huh?
We have a little issue over at the house that we're dealing with.
Greg, Rue, he trusts us. Stacy, evil laugh.
Unfortunately, I'm able to throw people fairly far,
True.
so I trust them more than I should. Ears are cut?
Here's a cut.
Ears are cut. Back of head is sewn.
Yep.
Front of head is sewn.
Yep.
They're even sewn together
They are.
like they're friends. Perfect.
All right.
All right, I'm going to pip it up.
Back to comments reading.
I need the stand can.
The stand can.
Please stand can.
The stand can.
Hey, wait a minute. That's a musical.
What?
Moulin Rouge.
Ah.
I enjoyed that movie. Yeah.
Pass says hello.
I was really hoping that. Okay, his name isn't Lorenzo Lamas, but that's what I think of his name is. He played Toulouse-Lautrec.
Oh,
John Leguizamo,
Don
Yeah.
Leguizamo.
who
Yeah.
is not Lorenzo Lamas,
No.
and they don't even look alike.
Nope.
Baba Dog says, everybody be quiet, be cool. Or everybody says, we had bets you were eating. They said cake.
I was eating. I did eat. That was the first thing that I did, and then I was handling a domestic matter left over from the freezeroni.
Andrew Zach says, Alan, if I wrap myself in plastic wrap, could I paint over the plastic wrap with latex to make my own arms and chest pieces to gore up and wear?
Yes. Wrap yourself in plastic wrap and then put on a pair of pantyhose over your arms. Like cut a hole in the crotch, stick your head through, and then cut thumb holes and finger holes in the pantyhose. And then the saran wrap just keeps it off your skin. And then you're actually doing the gore on the pantyhose. And that is a great way to make gore sleeves and stuff.
Edward Murray says, rigid foam Loctite alternatives?
Loctite's in a class of its own. Like, now, when you say rigid foam, I think you're talking about a two-part foam, AB. Like the fence foam from Home Depot or Lowe's, which is the Sika fence foam. Yeah. I think this has to come off. Is that a hybrid? Watch my fur.
I'm not gonna get the fur.
You might get my
I'm
fur.
not getting the fur.
You want yourself a little cup of take for your very own.
Make sure it's not a melty
So it doesn't
cup.
melt it like last time?
Ozbot's on. You want to keep the front on?
Bad bunny.
This one back a little bit.
What's funny is the ears are completely cut off in,
Yeah.
in the phone cam,
Yeah.
so it's just like a white face. Just tilt it up a little bit.
Now,
There we go.
this is going to
It's
be
like the
used
Umbrella Academy.
as just a regular, happy Easter bunny. It's not a happy Easter bunny.
Tank said, don't use that fence post foam to set a fence post.
I've actually used that fence post foam to set a fence post once or twice.
Yeah, it works for a good year.
Yeah. It's yeah.
Gray said that looks like it could be from the Cats movie without the ears.
It was sculpted as a cat at first.
Cats
The
was,
teeth were added.
anyone else wondering about the day that Alan thought about cutting the crotch of the pantyhose and putting them on?
I've done that so much, you have no idea. Like anytime you want to change like skin or something, the first time I ever did that with pantyhose was I made a Predator costume in 1994, I think, 93 or 94. And that Predator costume, I used pantyhose as the fishnets. Fishnet pantyhose as the arms and stuff.
Yeah.
As you do.
Like one does. Horror Beauty said it's dead rabbit giving dead mouse a run for his money. Queer Pass is beautiful. Gray says, and suddenly I hate Easter.
Yeah. That's
That's
my
a
goal.
happy rabbit. I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
this rabbit's nice.
Edward Murray says, how about something that could create an easy hard shell over the sculpted foam Loctite?
I would use a resin like an Easy Flow 60, or depending upon how hard you want it to be, you might do something like 5-minute epoxy. That would be nice. What's that?
That art cast.
Oh yeah, the art cast resin is good and cheap, but if you don't want to go resin, you could go with a 5-minute epoxy.
Realm says, why is there a dead unicorn on the floor?
Well, sometimes we have parties. No, that is a toy given to our doggos by Christine Salvati. She sent them a toy, and they love the unicorn. They actually like to fight over it. So, hooray!
John C. says, because Voldemort killed it. Tank says, I'm not a fan of the foam for posts. Doesn't last. Concrete isn't that expensive.
This is true.
But it's heavier to carry a bag of concrete to the post hole.
But
Unless your name is something like Tank.
and if you're going to temporarily
Yeah.
temporarily put in a post that you might want to pull up and move later.
Not my post hole, not my problem, kind of thing.
Lindsay and Michael Kyle says, Alan, our daughter wants to go see the Easter Bunny now because of this mask.
Hooray!
Laura Kurtzball
Well.
says that cut the crotch out move saved Dolly Molly more than once at Transworld when I forgot my long sleeve shirt, but I had extra leggings.
That's right. You cut the crotch out, you go to hole for your head, put your head through that hole. Yeah, it's a good time.
Realm says, oh, okay. Edward Murray says,
If you don't mind fiddling with it, Bondo is also a nice hard shell. There's also fiberglass if you hate yourself. Ask Scrappy UK, he'll gladly fiberglass anything you want for you for free.
he's not even here to defend himself.
You just gotta send it there.
Mass Slasher says, hooray, we're both making rabbit.
Yeah. This is not a new rabbit for me.
Make the rabbit.
This is one that I have had on the books for 2 years.
Andrew Zach says, I want to make like a sewed together full skin suit, like Buffalo building on Silence of the Lambs from latex body parts, faces, backs, hands, etc.
Get yourself a big sheet of plexiglass and paint out your skin suit on the plexiglass, just like you would do clothing almost. But get a big piece of plexiglass and paint it out on the plexiglass and then powder it. And I think that's going to be the way to go. I didn't know you were doing a whole bodysuit like that.
Mass Slasher says, should have my sculpt finished tonight. Hope to mold it within the next day or so.
Awesome.
I can machos. Goodbye, horses.
Goodbye, horses.
That's the song that he dances to in the.
Oh,
I haven't ever seen it.
I got my wife to finally watch that. And when we got to that part of it, she's like, what's going on? What's happening here? I'm like, you know what, just watch it. And
They're just showing him being insane.
yeah, I'm like, that's where it's headed.
We had a long conversation about the physics of that. Edward Murray says, which hard shells work over wet?
No. No. Don't do that. I don't know what you're thinking, but you don't. There's no. Why do you want to put a hard shell over wet clay? Wet clay is not a clay that you'll use and like leave in that form. Wet clay is temporary. Whatever you had to put on it is going to be so hard. I mean, it would have to be so hard that no, don't do it. No.
So I made
Find another way.
a temporary for prop thing, and it was oil-based clay. And if you put clear coat Krylon sealant on it, you can paint it with acrylic afterward, but you can't touch it, and it doesn't last for very long.
No.
I mean, if you put it on a shelf and that's it, mine actually made it about 4 years. But you can't handle it, you can't move it around. And it was literally, I ran out of options and had to get something done that day.
Mass Slasher says, I do have a question for you, but it may need to be after the stream because I may need to send a photo.
Okay. I'll be here.
Andrew Zach says, you are an informational god, and you're saying it wouldn't be an honor to meet you. I'm sorry, I'm convinced it would be.
Well, I'm. Thank you. That's what I'm supposed to say there, right? Thank you.
Yes.
You're a very nice man. So, what is the end goal, Edward Murray? Why do you want to harden wet clay?
Clear Pass asks, is the Phoenix project done?
No. Any work I do on the Phoenix project, I will do on Patreon. You haven't seen any more because I haven't done any more.
Edward Murray says, I would remove the wed and fill with rigid foam to keep it light and strong. Wall sculptures.
Then sculpt in polystyrene. Sculpt with polystyrene foam, carve it out of polystyrene foam, and then use acetone to melt it away. That is what I would recommend on it.
Gray Hawkins says, I have. He's much nicer than he seems, even after the cotton incident.
We have not yet begun the cotton incident.
Got a roof full of batting up there. So many things.
Next time, Greg, in the cotton batting suit.
Oh, no.
I need you to model this pillowcase costume.
Edward Murray says, art, man.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could do it that way, but there's so many other ways to do it. And instead of that, why not make a sculpt out of the wet clay, do a silicone mold, and then just make your whole piece out of resin. And then you can make more than one. That's probably what I would suggest to you. Oh.
Oh. I cut these out the wrong way?
Fur direction up.
I know.
You did the fur direction going down.
Curses. My bad. I fixed.
I was debating on which way it would go.
Yeah.
After this one, I'll know which way I want it to go.
Okay.
I'm like, did I make the note? I thought I made the note.
My bad. It happens.
This is why Stacy laughs when people say that I trust
Yeah.
them.
Mike's trying to. Grace says, I will screech again. Morning. Roddy Pope says, I had to hop off for a bit, but I'm back. Mike's Hunter Woodward says, morning, boss. What doing?
Oh, you know what? It's so good to see you on. That's actually a good sign for the welfare of the country.
Yeah.
So what am I doing? Right now, I am gluing up ears. These are ears that are going to go on this rabbit mask I got going over here. This is a big bunny mask that is going out to a customer. And since Easter is coming, they want the big bunny.
Mass slasher. Sure, man. Andrew Zach said, how would I make the face on plexiglass, like 3D lips and eyelids, etc.? This is for the skin suit.
You just build it up. The cotton and latex. Paper towel and latex.
Yep, there you go.
There is so much latex buildup that you could do. You could use tissue paper. Yes. Rolled cotton is great.
Tank says, whoops. Yarp. At least these are the pieces that didn't require sewing.
Well, and they're consistent too. I mean, they're both the same way. I had my fear was that one was done this far direction, one was done the other way. That won't work. Both of them going down, that's fine. And I'm doing the ears first. Yeah. Okay.
Howard Beauty says, yeah, when people say trust me, it's like everything included. Lies, all lies.
Yes. I'm waiting on contact cement to dry right now. That's what's happening.
Also, as we've learned the hard way, don't eat gum.
Not the fur.
Not the fur.
Can I make it snowing?
That is how you make it snow.
Yes.
Exactly right.
Yes. But we don't want that for a bunny. Mike's on a word work says, would a build up with foil and tape and then latex and some tissue over that be better?
The glory of the plexiglass is you can powder it and peel it up nice and smooth. So I would not. But if you're just doing a skin suit, then you don't want a lot of 3D. You know, there's not a lot to build up per se.
Edward Murray says, yeah, I considered that. What epoxy or resin would you recommend for brushing onto the silicone after the wet was removed? Brushable better than slush or rotocasting for some of my plans?
I don't know what your plans are, but I'm most of the time, Easy Flow 60 is my go-to resin. I like Easy Flow 60. It's my go-to resin. And they also have Easy Flow 120, which is available at Biddy Mold Supply. Both of them are. One of them is for rotocasting. One of them is not for rotocasting.
Corby says, we're watching glue dry. Love the addition to the mummy.
The addition to the mummy.
The glasses.
Oh, yes. Yes. I don't even know who did that.
Shannon.
Yeah.
Andrew Zach says, once I get the suit finished, I'll have to send pictures of it to you.
Of course you will. Andrew, Zach, are you on our Facebook group, Still Beats Live Creepers? There's a Facebook group, and we kind of started it so that I could see your work. I mean, he got it.
Okay.
I ain't scared.
No, I believe you.
From a distance. Wish I knew more words to that song.
Edward Murray says, thank you.
No problem.
Alex Castle says, I'm going to post mine there too. Hopefully I get some more pointers.
Cool. Alex, what are you working on? So this piece is going to be this ear over there.
Clear Pass says 4 minutes 35 seconds have to leave nine together. I don't know what that means. Andrew Zach says I will be. Grace says, "What's happening? Why didn't Stacy make her uh-oh sound?"
Because things.
Okay. Mass Slasher sent this picture. So my question is: the small holes above the teeth I made, just in case I want to add whiskers. How could I mold that area to ensure that plaster goes in those holes, or should I make them different? So those spots are holes. And he wants to make sure plaster goes in those holes.
How deep are those holes? That is important.
Because I think, based on just looking at that, if you just molded it like you would normally, you'd still have those little divots there that you could still put whiskers in if you wanted.
How deep are those holes? Because my fear is that you're just making plaster spikes inside of the mold that are going to break off really fast.
Realm says, "Good night. Had so much fun watching."
Good night, Realm.
Oh, Cat switched to Stacey. He's in Munich. I think he's meaning it's 4:35 a.m. Aha! Well, good night, Queercast. Alex says, "I'm working on a piece for Penhurst, waiting for it to get warmer to go to the shop. Working on a doctor. They want a Dr. Satan. Mechanical arm supports and gadgets inspired. I have a design."
Cool.
Tank says, "Mind if we see the pic?" Mass Slasher, do you want me to show them the picture? Because I will. And he says they're deep, almost to the armature.
Okay, that's not going to do you any good because they're not going to come out that way. They're going to be such thin plaster spikes because that's what a hole is. A hole becomes a plaster spike. They're going to break off all the way down at the nub. They're going to break all the way down, all the way off. So you don't want plaster to go down in there too much. You're just making a little note of where it's going to go. You can't actually make a socket for something that thin. I hope that makes sense. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying the plaster isn't strong enough to hold in that spike form and give you a negative. The first latex pull, if it survives the mold cleaning process, is going to rip all those plaster bits off.
Tom Everett says, "I've made a skin suit by painting the latex onto the wall. The wall needs to be painted with semi-gloss paint for it to work. It peeled off fine."
Hence me mentioning plexiglass.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Realms. Has to be semi-gloss paint. Also, a polished concrete floor you can also do really good on. How's it going, Rue?
Okay.
Is everything poured out now?
Yes. Well, they're draining right now. Few of them are.
Mass Slasher says, "Yes, that's what I thought it would do. Should I make them bigger or just not as deep?"
Not as deep. Not as deep.
Mass Slasher, are you okay if I share this with the class?
Can Stacy share your image with everybody? So I just started playing the video game Witcher 3.
Ooh.
Which is, it's like, I don't know, 6, 7 years old, but I just started playing it.
Yeah.
Because there's monsters in it, and yeah, it's kind of what I do.
Right.
It's a lot of
Hey,
fun.
Rodney. How's it going?
Says, "Yeah, sure. I'll send it back."
I'm mostly just running around and killing things. There are quests that it wants me to be doing, but I'm not doing those. I'm running around and killing things.
Joanne Crowley says, "Like the old man / mummy head with the glasses in the background."
Yeah, that's how the mummy rolls.
All right. Here is, which camera do you think?
That.
There is Masked Slasher's rabbit.
That is Masked Slasher's bunny.
Pretty good bun. Gray says, did we see Stan socks? We did see Stan socks.
We did see Stan Socks. Real viewers who were here in the beginning, Gray, they got to see Stan Socks. The fly-by-night people who show up later, they don't get no Stan Socks.
Tank says, Alan, I didn't know you gamed.
You're using such a strong word, and you sound so happy about it, and you shouldn't be, because that's not really what I do. I'm not a big gamer by any means, and yeah.
Mike Duenas says, that's really good. Andrew Zach says, what's the biggest mistake upstarting a haunt people do?
They spend all their money on their show and no money on marketing. And then they have a good show that nobody saw. And then by the time people get around to seeing it, everybody is frustrated that no one comes to see their show. So I recommend for startup haunts, have a 70-30 split. 70% of your money should be spent on your marketing. That's website, that's all of your marketing. And 30% on your show. Sounds a little ridiculous, but if I had $100,000 right now and I had to do a haunted house, that's exactly how I would spend my money. $70,000 would go to the marketing, the building of the website, and all of that, and then the rest would go to building the show.
Warmonger says, I'm fly by night. Hello all. Gray Hawkins says, I'm sorry, Alan. That was at my little sister's birthday dinner. Sticks tongue out.
No excuses.
So sassy.
No excuses, Greg. Stan, we need a second round of socks. Stacy, take the phone cam and handle Stan's socks.
Alright.
For Greg. I'm
Yeah.
gonna glue down. And for Tank. I think he said he was fly by night, or somebody was.
There you go.
Ta-da!
These are his socks.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Ba, ba, ba. Very sexy. Alright, there we go. Mass Slasher says, I need to rewatch this stream. I need to see the ears being made.
Well, the ears were made last night. Last night's stream.
Let's put you back on, Kev. There
He got all your stuff.
You can use the heat gun.
Gray
now
says,
have
is that Mike Wazowski?
No, because then we get sued.
This is
Right.
great value, Mike Wazowski.
Yeah, it's great value. Mike was,
It's Kirkland.
and I went to school with a guy named Mike Wazinski.
Nice. Was he mad?
I don't know. I haven't. I went to school. I don't talk to those people anymore.
Robert Bryan says, I missed the socks too, so yay. Horror Beauty says, nice. Andy Rogers sent an emoji.
She sent an emoji of a smiling face with sunglasses on.
Shades.
You know, it's
Warmonger says, well, that took care of my sock fetish.
glad to help.
Did you have one and now you don't anymore? Or did you not have one and now you do?
Yeah. Either one is appropriate.
These distinctions are important.
Either one is appropriate, yet no.
Seth Ashley says, Monsters Inc. socks? Not quite.
Yes, they are socks printed with ink of monsters.
That's right. Gregory says, glad for the sock review, Stan.
I'm now setting up some airbrush glue action over here.
Mass Slasher says, glad to see everyone back on. We are currently still recovering from the big snowstorm as well.
Naphtha does not freeze because the devil made it. Like, I have no idea what's in naphtha. Like, is it one material? Like, gasoline is
I
gasoline?
guess there's an ingredient list on the bottle.
No, you don't have to put ingredients on things you don't eat.
Really?
Yeah.
Curiouser and curiouser. Edward Murray says, Biddy versus Reynolds.
Biddy. To me, it's Biddy multiply all the way. Nice, friendly staff, and they know their stuff.
Tank says, I didn't say I'm fly by night, but now I know what you think of me.
Woohoo! Well, someone said it was
Gray.
VW
Oh.
W. If someone scrolled the comments up, I would tell you who it was.
Hold, please.
Someone said that
There be days like this?
There be days like this. My mama said, mama said, mama said.
Warmonger.
Warmonger tank. You can see how I was momentarily confused. You boys and your shooty pew pew names.
Look at Ruth's face.
Sorry, Rue. Thank for this freshly sewed napkin.
You're welcome.
That's sewn together on one
Now
side.
it's the napkin pad.
Listen, I just needed something to pull the thread through. Calm
I
yourself.
had that back.
Thank you. Because I'm definitely using things that require napkins.
Gray says, I've never heard of fly by night. English major, can you explain? I have confusion.
Oh, really? Fly by night. So fly by night means that you would set up, do business during the day, and collect money for things people picked up tomorrow. And then during the night, you would fly off to the next location, hence stealing their money. A fly-by-night operation is one that is a little bit of a scam.
Andrew Zach says, what's a good place to look for videos to watch to make easy jump scare props and sound scares?
I recommend the Stiltby Studios channel. And I hate to say this, there's not a lot of people out there doing it, okay? So there's not enough. There's not enough people doing videos of that nature. But Stiltby Studios, I have a lot of videos that are up that alley. If you put too much naphtha in, you just pour a little bit out for your homies.
Gregory Haynes says, there's the Stacy giggle, y'all. Mass Slasher says, since the 10 paint nights are over, what's up next?
10 paint nights are not yet over. You still have one more night of color. This was, we were kind of extended because of Frozone's craziness.
You have until Wednesday to invite your friends to Stiltbeast Live.
That's right.
If we
Still, if there's 1,000 subscribers by Wednesday night, then I will paint clown. I'll paint 2 clowns on Wednesday night.
we're close, y'all. It's less than a couple hundred people.
Well, in a whole week, we only got 10 subscribers. So it's really, we're not that close. We're like a month away.
Babadas says, shoot, shoot, pew, pew. Shooty, beauty. I love it. Body Geek suggests 10 nights of hair.
10 nights. That's a lot of hair. But I have a lot of hair work to do. So I could do 10 nights of hair.
But you're not going to.
I will not do 10 nights of hair consecutively. I've learned that consecutive is hard.
Mike Trzynowski says, Stan Sculpt done?
No. Stan Sculpt lost his lower jaw. But we're going to fix it, make it better, faster, stronger than it was before.
I feel like that sculpt, the clay is probably back with being one with the earth.
You know what? The cold actually is good for that. It probably kept it being okay. It's not one with the earth.
Gray says, her giggle is the best. You guys are going to make me self-conscious. Lisa Arendt says, color and clowns. Warmonger says, the live captions is a nice touch to the channel.
Thanks, Warmonger. We try.
Tank says, cool. I thought the 10 nights of color was over.
No, you have one more night left.
Wednesday.
And I have a plan for what I want to do, or I'll do clowns. But I don't think that I'll get to 1,000 subscribers.
Either just either way, you kind of could do what you already had planned. But
Yes, I could.
By the way, to clarify for
either way.
our friend who just asked about the jump scare videos and stuff,
Mhm.
that is a whole separate channel. This is Stiltbeast Live. That is Stiltbeast Studio.
Right. Yes.
Cat Swift says, Alan, speak to Shannon first. Didn't you learn from the last one?
I'm just not gonna I was tired too, man. That was hard on me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Horror Beauty says, okay, I'm fading.
It's almost 10. I'm fading too.
I'll watch the rest of the morning with my tea. Night, everyone. Have a great week.
Night.
Seth Ashley says, wait, Alan will paint clowns? What about Killer Clown from Outer Space?
Well, I will gladly make someone a killer clown from outer space, but it's going to cost 3 times extra.
Oh, you come down.
No, 3 times. 3 times. That's what it costs.
Mama Don says, Stacey, no, it's a compliment. Thank you. Andrew Jackson, I've watched all your videos and written down ones I want to do, including what's needed to do them. Like, I'm getting ready to make over 1,000 feet of your fake intestines.
Wow. Okay.
Good luck with that.
Rodney Pope says, the giggle does put a smile on my face. No.
No.
No. Good night, Horror Beauty.
Good night.
Gray says, Stacey, I'll do a load of dishes if you do the goofy laugh on the live. Now, is this a load of dishes in addition to the dishes you normally have to do? Is this a bonus load of dishes?
No such thing as a bonus load of dishes. Allow me to offer you legal counsel in this matter. Right? A load of dishes is a load of dishes. We're not discussing, furthermore, hitherto, second load of dishes. Party of the first part does not agree with the party of the second part. A single load of dishes would fulfill both requirements.
So says the council.
Yes.
Gray says, yes, a Saturday morning load. All right.
Sweeten the pot.
There you go, Gray.
Gray, you're a terrible listener. Just for that, no more stand stops.
Ronnie Pope says, I can just imagine Stacey staring someone a dark hour and then the giggle. No, I am a professional.
Oh no.
I'll go backstage and laugh, for sure.
Oh
She
yeah.
comes back. Yeah, she comes back to us giggling all the time.
Sean goes to says that rabbit looks like spice. Looks spice like the spices in my cabinet.
I don't know what that means.
Bobby Dawson says, gosh, I wish I had that bunny now to show up at my cousin's. Matt Slasher says, can EVA ears be contact cemented to latex? I just realized you added a helmet and then have it glued to that.
Yeah, it can go right to latex.
Gray says, hey, it was worth it. Yeah, you got to have Brew and Alan do it too, so there you go.
Gorge.
That's right.
Oh, tree bags.
That rabbit looks spicy, like the spices in my cabinet.
I know.
I still don't get that. You clarified.
Taco City.
It still didn't clarify.
I'm gonna tell you what. I love when you are on because I have no idea what in the heck you are gonna say. You are just a joy and a mystery as far as what happens in your brain, and then it comes out through your fingers.
Gray says she tells us stories of scaring people. Her favorite is when people fall. Not when they fall. I like when they hit the floor, like when they drop.
Terrified. They
Yeah.
fall down scared.
I like watching people fall. Literally, when they fall, and one of the channels that I subscribe to on Instagram, my favorite channel to subscribe to on Instagram,
That's what I thought.
is called Kids Getting Hurt. It's kids getting hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so awesome. I love it.
Lewis McLam asks, is Dark Hour open all year?
Not anymore. We used to be, and we stopped that. Basically, with the COVID year, we would have to do 2 years of off-season shows. We would lose the monies, and we did not want to lose the monies.
Turns out the monies are good.
We like the monies.
Gray says
So-
also, thank you for the serotonin.
Me, the monies.
Lindsay and Michael Powell says the goofy impressions are great.
I do Mickey. I don't do Goofy, but I did hear some Goofy.
Goofy.
So, all right, Goofy, his girlfriend was a cow, Clarabelle Cow.
Yes.
And Goofy has nephews and a son.
Yes.
Yes.
He has, for some reason, nephews all come in threes, the same age,
Sure.
which implies that somewhere there is a Disney fertility clinic that is just pumping out triplets like crazy.
Baba Dog says, Alan.
What? What?
Body,
that was it.
Son off.
Body Geek says, can we do a propane flame cannon YouTube Wednesday?
No.
Jake?
Yeah, I
I
was
will
gonna
not
say.
be held responsible.
You're gonna have to talk to Mr. Farmer.
Here's Jake when we need him. Besides catching something on fire.
He did get to use his flamethrower for legitimate purposes during Ice Apocalypse. I saw the video.
Yep. Writing this sucks.
Yeah.
Across the driveway.
I'm like, look, I'm de-icing, okay? Babadazo said she's laughing at kids getting hurt.
Oh, I love that channel. Listen, see, now I'm in cobweb mode.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the best cobwebs.
Yeah.
Pure chemical death.
Yep.
So murdery.
So flammable.
Andrew Zach says, unless I missed it, I didn't see a video from you on making human-looking bodies wrapped in plastic for in meat lockers. Do you have a video like this?
Yeah, it's called Boiler Room Bodies. Yeah. So one of the things that Rob used to try to do when he was here a lot was he would try to think of haunt things and themes that I haven't done yet. And he'd be like, yeah, I was thinking that we could do an Egyptian theme and we could do Sobek. I'm like, I made him like 5 times. I made a lot of Sobek.
Babadazo wants you to do the Mickey voice again.
Ha! No way!
Hank says, I didn't know that Goofy had nephews.
Yeah, he had 3 nephews. Donald Duck had Huey, Dewey, and Louie, of course. And Goofy had 3 Goofy nephews.
I don't remember the nephews, I remember the son.
Yeah, I remember the song.
Edward Murray says, is the silicone/naphtha concoction compatible with Rebound 25 or Mold Star 15?
No.
Like a Rebound beauty code with the cost savings for that stuff?
No, because, well, technically yes, as long as you do the Rebound first. Because it will not, the Rebound silicone will not cure in the presence of the other silicone.
Disney fertility clinic.
Yeah, that Lindsay and Michael Kyle are laughing at the Disney fertility clinic.
I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, I guess with the ducks, like, that makes sense. They lay a clutch at a time, so...
Oh yeah, it's like this.
So do dogs.
Yeah, litters.
Litters.
I guess technically Goofy is a dog.
Goofy's a dog. Cows, on the other hand, I mean,
Yeah, that's kind of a
2
weird-
calves
Like,
maybe.
Pluto's a dog, but he's a real dog.
Yeah.
He doesn't talk.
Yes.
Shakes his Mickey like a real dog. This is what we get into.
I got to watch a whole.
This is our life.
I watched a whole thing about how Goofy was not real. One time,
How strange.
it was interesting. It was an interesting take on it.
He was the fever dream.
Yeah, like Goofy wasn't actually there for any of it.
That's funny.
It's
Okay.
weird.
Yeah.
We don't question when we watches.
Weird stuff.
Safer that way.
And
Trust me, it's weird.
we don't look at its search history.
No.
It's just a good
Listen, that's just good etiquette.
We're all adults here. We need this.
Like I'm the only one that you don't want to watch. Look at the search history around here.
Why do you look at Stacy?
I'm not looking at it anymore.
Call her out.
It's a lot of weird stuff.
No.
A lot of weird stuff. So much Victorian sewing.
Oh, much Victorian so.
And now Tudor sewing, because Gray wants a court gown for Bear.
Oh.
So I'm like, well, if I'm gonna make her a court gown, I have to make her a Tudor like pair of bodies. Andrew's Access. Thanks for all the information, Alan. I'm gonna go watch Boiler Room Bodies. My fiance was like, "What the heck is that, porn?" Good night.
It's not a good one.
Well.
Baba Dawson says, "Wait, so other people have Disney conspiracy theories?"
Oh,
Oh.
big time.
Oh yes.
Although the fertility clinic is probably all me. Like I don't think anybody else thought of that one.
Copyright Soapy Studios.
Yeah, that's where the lawsuit goes.
Did I chew?
No, I cut it off.
You jerked for a second. I was like, "Oh no, don't bleed on the bunny."
Hey,
Too white, too white, too white.
if blood gets on the bunny, blood stays on the bunny.
Baba Dawes says Gray wants a what, Stacey? She wants a court gown for the Renaissance Festival this year. Gray says, I'm spoiled, I'll admit it, but to be fair, I'm not going to grow out of it. Probably not. Tank says, remember the name of that Goofy cartoon? It was on Disney Plus. It's on Disney Plus.
There's been a couple different Goofy cartoons.
Goof Troop?
There's Goof
Was the
Troop
old
was
one?
one, yeah.
And then they made a movie from that one, which was the very goofy movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right?
I'm gonna put this mask on once it's done, and I'm gonna get so high from all these fumes.
Ike Camacho says, saw your bear trap video. That was too cool.
Hey, thanks.
Chanco City says, did you extract the spray from the latex? It looks interesting. Maybe I should try.
That is what?
Did you distract the spray from the latex? It looks interesting. Maybe I should try.
Distract.
Help me out, somebody.
I don't
Going
get it.
once.
I don't get it.
I need a Chonkos interpreter.
Baba Dada says, oh, that's awesome. Gregory Haynes says, Ellen, I finished the first Iron Druid Chronicles yesterday. I got the next two today. Thanks for the book recommendation.
Oh, you know what? I love those. Yes. Now, I'm a little bit sexist, so, but I don't like the ones where it's from Granuel's point of view when you get to that point. But there are also whole books from Oberon's point of view, which are fun and lovely.
Lindsay Michael Powell says, I keep thinking about the failed Ripley clones in Alien Resurrection.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Cat Flip says, we called my kid's dad Goofy. He was 6'5". Favorite series of pictures are of him meeting Goofy at Disneyland. 15 minutes of them acting very stupid together. Angie Rogers says, wow. Gray says, Goofy was the best single dad in Disney history. Don't at me.
Well, you're probably right.
I can argue that. It's like not like you could say Uncle Donald.
Hold on, wait a minute. What about Nemo's dad? He was a pretty good single dad. Now we're at single Disney dad wars. Wait, was that Disney?
Yeah.
Yes,
What name
yes,
was it?
yes,
Okay.
yes. You're good. Pixar, Disney, same thing.
Did
At that point.
Disney
thing.
dump Ellen when it turns out she's a person and it's sometimes mean? Okay.
Lindsay and Michael Powell says Goofy is a very sweet dad to Max. Lisa Red says Marlon, the name of the dad.
Marlon, yes.
Edward
yeah.
Murray says the hair that you were hot gluing in blotches onto the zombie head mask.
Are you watching the same show as us? Are you watching something else?
Gray says he lost his kid. That's like the whole plot. Baba Dawes says my great grandmother worked at the Kansas City Star with one of the Disney brothers.
He
Dated
did lose his kid.
She turned him down. This is before Disney existed, obviously. Oh, he's asking where you got that hair. The hair that you were gluing onto the zombie. He's asking where you got that hair.
Which zombie?
I guess the most recent one?
I either got it from JBS Hair or I got it from the Woolery. The Woolery or JBSM Hair.
Mimi says, I'm gonna head off to bed. Night all. Good
Good
night.
night, Mimi.
Listen back. Oh, good night. You're welcome. It is 10 o'clock.
Body Geek says, I do really good Goofy. Yogi Bear, Boo Boo, Bill Clinton, several South Park, and some other voices. That's awesome.
I believe you. I can see that.
Catster says, Disney's all about single dads. Most of the adventures would not have happened if mom was still around.
Yeah, there's a lot of parents murdering.
Yeah, Lindsay Michael says, and he let his wife get eaten.
Yeah. Here's a tip if you want to help out youngsters who want to like cosplay. If a kid says I want to cosplay or be more like Batman, kill their parents.
Oh, no.
That's how it starts.
Still be studios, not actually have gay parent killer.
You don't.
Edward Murray says, man, I don't remember. I'll check him out.
Yeah, it's either the Woolery. The Woolery is one possible option, and then the other possible option is JBS Hair. Was it really long hair or kind of short gray hair?
Well, he gets stuck on his cheek.
Hmm?
A little black. Just a bit of puff.
And now I need to do a little bit of white airbrushing.
There you go. Lewis McLam asks, is the rabbit going to get whiskers?
No. Most of the time, I find whiskers to be distracted.
Bob Bowie says, joining very late tonight, but thinking I really need to get something for every holiday from you.
Hooray! I support this plan. Yeah, this is a Easterish Damascus.
Edward Murray says, long whiskey.
Yeah, I mean, you could certainly have them on here. I just don't do them on mine. I gotta shake this like crazy because it got cold.
Exactly.
Says long wispy white hair.
Then I probably got that from JBS Hair. It is a she hair extension hair. That's probably what I used.
Realm, what will be your nightmare? Says, hey, I'm back.
We missed you, Realms.
Mike Turdanowski says, look great.
Thanks, Mike.
Gregory Haynes says, good night, folks. The hair herring was a fun time.
Hooray!
Realm says, that's amazing.
It gets by. Thank you.
It does a bit. June Ritchie says, if there's a loose section of fur behind the left ear, it could be a shadow. Good catch.
It's not a loose section of hair. It's a little section that has no hair right now. Because it was, that'll get patched in here in a bit.
Body Geek says, oh, and I do Roger Rabbit voice too.
Would you,
Yes.
or we'll die.
Yes, I do.
That's a good looking rabbit.
Yeah, he looks real nice.
That's a nice pattern for that too.
Lewis McLam says, what would you make whiskers out of?
Monofilament fishing line. Or feathers, quills. The centerpiece of a feather. Guys, we made a bunny mix. Bunny.
Baba Daza says, that is a very good looking rabbit. Tank says, the hair has a bare spot. The spot on the hair has no hair.
His face is bare.
June Ritchie says, love it. Chonko City says, the Australian chair stacks out, except it's not blue like the rest. Must be a trick of the light.
The Australian chair stacks out. Chonkos, you're killing me, Smalls.
Realms asked, does he get a bow tie?
He does get a bow tie. I didn't build it yet. I'll build it tomorrow.
Ike Camacho says, wow. Got you on the tripod here. Let's plug them up. There you go. Tom Everard says, wow, this is coming out a lot better than the baby.
Let the plans on your plans and expectations for each, my friend.
Body Geek says, if two witches watch two watches, which witch watch which watch? I made it through that relatively okay. Body Geek says, sorry, I wanted to hear Stacy say it. Listen. Baba Does says, I think you should have make another to scare children. Conco City says, looks scary as hell, good work. Realm says, love it, all it needs is blood all over it. Here comes Peter,
Looks scary as hell.
hopping down the money train.
Murder! Just a regular bunny.
Lindsay and Michael Kyle says the daughter is giggling like crazy now.
Oh, that's gotta be so good.
Hippity hoppity, murder's on its way.
All right, we made a bunny. It is now 10:10. It's time.
Oh, it's time, Ash, but not for what you think. I Camacho says, kill the rabbit. Kill the rabbit.
All right, and we have made a bunny tonight. That was our battle plan. We did it. That was all of. We made the pattern. We cut the hair. We sewed the hair. We put it on. That was about 2 3/4 of an hour. Not too shabby. So you guys are awesome. What camera am I on?
You're on the tripod.
I'm on a tripod. Stacy, say goodnight.
Good night.
Stan, say goodnight.
Everybody.
Rue, say goodnight, Rue.
Good night, Rue.
Are you ready with the
I'm
button?
ready.
But you're not preemptive on the button.
I'm not preemptive on the button.
I say goodnight. Thanks for hanging out with us. Go make stuff.